The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey.
What?
Let's go!
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
Ah! The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers, you pig! Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Sport! Hello, beautiful people. And welcome to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this Feel-Good Friday, April 19th, 2024. This program starts now. Sports are amazing. Sports are wonderful. Sports are the reason why we get to talk to you every single day for 3-ish hours, 2 of so right here on ESPN. The final hour and all 3 hours on YouTube, ESPN Plus, and TikTok.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're not dancing. We don't know how long the platform's going to last, with the whole legislation and stuff. I don't have one on my phone, but we do have an Emmy Award-winning editor who has us on TikTok every single day, just like we'll be next Thursday night for our Draft Spectacular as we find out what teams make what decisions on what the future of their programs look like. Every first-rounder could be a future Hall of Famer. Every first-rounder could be a complete bust. We'll be there live with that man, Bill Belichick, as we break down the entire evening. And also, the Draft Spectacular kickoff show will start at 7:30 Eastern. Okay, that'll be on YouTube, ESPN.com, ESPN Plus, and TikTok Live. ESPN.com being live on there is a big deal.
Yeah, huge deal.
You don't hear it in the, the intro for where this show lives, digitally or socially, because I don't think we normally are. But for the good of, how do I say this? For the good of a generation.
Yeah, there you go.
For the good of a generation that has seen a lot of things. Been around longer than all of us. For those that have been around a long time, might be difficult to find. Hey, we're only hearing that Bill Belichick's doing something for the draft. What is that? Yeah, we know. Yeah, we've watched football since the 50s.
My age.
We understand what's going on here. We'd like to watch this entire thing. He is my age. We're peers.
Yeah.
Here. How do I watch? ESPN.com. We'll be right there at the top.
Yep. Perfect.
Okay, so next Thursday should be epic. So is today. Paul Biz Nasty Bizanet will join us.
Yes, let's go, Biz.
In about 8 minutes, talking about the NHL. Big hockey news. Hockey is awesome, and hockey is getting shaken up a little bit right now.
Oh, yeah.
A team in Phoenix that wasn't able to fill an arena with 5,000 people for like the last 10 years, trying to find a location to kind of agree upon with the community, with the town, on where they can build an arena for this team that is awesome. This Phoenix Coyotes squad that has legends that have run through that barn, and a fan base that you would hope would be great, but just inevitably thought that they were never going to have a fair shake with the ownership in which they had, in the agreement with the town in which they had. The arena was a minor league type arena. It was a college arena, actually. So now that team just gets bought, sent to Utah.
Yep.
With friend of the program, Ryan Smith, and his entire sports group, who are also the owners of the Utah Jazz. Ryan Smith this morning, we got a chance to catch up with. He had a backpack on, and he was loading his kids into his car to drive them to school.
Nice.
Is a self-made billionaire who dropped out of high school, turned his stuff around, sold his first company for $1 billion, another company for $1 billion, and he is nowhere near old. This man is a young American dream story who now has a team in the NHL and the NBA. Hey, good on you, Ryan.
All right, baby, Rhino, boy.
Good on you, Rhino. And that tweet right there says 11,000 in counting people registering for season tickets for the Utah hockey team that does not have a name yet. Quakers, maybe. That's what you're saying. I'm not saying Soakers. That's what I'm not saying it.
Something to think about. Good idea.
But there's a lot of other names that are phenomenal. Like there's phenomenal names that could come out of Utah, and there's already people talking about, the old team Grizz, they used to have Big Bear logo. It was awesome. And there's people, I think it said like maybe the Yeti.
I like that.
Yeah, and the Yeti's an awesome thing. There's a lot of different potential names that they're going to have to figure out and deal with. He said 20,000 as of this morning.
Damn.
Sorry, what?
20,000 people?
20,000 people have tried to register to get season tickets over there in Utah. They couldn't fill an arena with 5,000 people. 5,000 person arena is the smallest arena in any professional sport that there is in the United States of America that is considered a good league. They couldn't fill it up every single night. They got 20,000 people in Utah saying, hey, we'd like to be in there.
Go tomorrow.
And that's kind of what Ryan Smith was selling. Whenever we chatted with him, whenever we went out there, he was like, these people love sport, okay?
Yeah.
We hosted an Olympic. They show up. It is a massive thing. Hospitality is a real deal. They love hockey out here. It's like if we were to get a team out there, we think we'd be a good host. And within 12 hours of it being announced, they've basically already sold out the entire thing with season tickets.
Yeah, absurd.
So I think the current arena, it has 16,240 seats will be available for hockey, and they debuted what it could look like, nowhere near a finished project, but them saying, hey, this is what it could be. I think they're going to remodel to get it to 17,000.
Smart.
So with 20,000 and then 17,000, obviously there's a little bit of a disparity there. They're going to reach out, find like partial seat. I mean, place is going to be packed.
Yeah.
Place is going to be packed out there.
Every
The NHL has to be incredibly pumped. I believe next week there's a press conference happening today, and the next week, hey, good on you, Ryan.
Incredible.
Hey, good for hockey. Good
Legit.
for hockey, because that barn's going to be a loud one. We were at the Utah Jazz game. Place is electrifying.
Packed out, too.
And Ryan Smith is an owner who's like, yeah, we're not bored either. You know, everybody talks about Ballmer toilets and like on a sideline, and we want people to go bananas in the NBA for the Clippers. It's like Smith's the same thing. There is not a single moment where it's like you're not being. We understand this is a show.
Yep.
We understand you're coming out for a night. I'm excited to see what he does. I think we'll be talking to him on Monday.
Nice.
Yeah, I think he'll be coming on the show on Monday.
Love that.
Perfect.
Yeah, but we'll have Biz on in about 5 minutes or so to chit-chat because he's Phoenix legend, obviously. Coyotes legend. I do believe he got a little bit of emotional whenever he was addressing it for the first time after the team was sold. And I think there was a lot of fans, their loyal fans are obviously bummed out about it. There was a skater, an ice Coyote member
Of course.
who was waving a flag, crying. Then you got salespeople, front office people, ticketing people. I mean, there's so many people that go into that.
Sad.
Company's been very sad. Biz will talk about that, and also hockey's set up for its playoffs. You need to watch the playoffs. Hockey is awesome. Can't wait for that. We'll also have Paul Skenes here.
What?
Wow. What?
Skenes.
Excuse
Today?
me?
The flamethrower?
Today?
Paul Skenes. Yeah, pitcher.
With the mustache.
Yeah. And the host.
Yeah, the rocket arm.
The host. He's got that one.
Pa!
Yeah. I forget what the stat was last night, but it was like some percentage of his pitches are all over 100 miles an hour, and it's higher than anybody. Yep, there it is. Boom. Most 100-mile-an-hour pitches. This guy's just throwing absolute gas here in Indianapolis for the AAA affiliate for the Pittsburgh Pirates. He's a national champion with LSU. Obviously, we know his story. He's going to be in here. And last night, he saw it down just like the entire side.
Per usual.
Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, it's just boom, boom, boom. He's going to be a Pittsburgh Pirate soon. He's part of the Hundo Boys. We had Randy Johnson on yesterday.
Yep.
We had Jet Passon on. We had CC Sabathia on. Now we got a AAA pitcher on.
Yeah.
We're a baseball program.
Do we
Big
like
time.
baseball?
Yeah, I love the conversations that
We
surround
like the
baseball.
players.
Okay.
We do. We've enjoyed the community, and also it feels like baseball, and this is me speaking not from experience, long season, a lot of travel. I think a lot of potential baseball people do watch our program.
For sure.
Oh.
Even though we don't talk because they're on the road a lot, so on their phones, on their iPads. I think there is a big baseball community, and we would like to say, hey, I don't know how people watch full games, but I love watching you guys do your thing when you do it. I love watching it. Hour 49 minutes, so you're starting to scratch me where I itch.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
baseball purists don't love it, but we'll ask Paul Skenes his thoughts on all of it because he's a pitcher that throws hard.
Yeah.
We got the elbow stuff going on in baseball. We got the pitch clock stuff going on in baseball. We got the baseballs going on in baseball right now. Can't wait to chit chat with him and see where he's headed. Then we'll also have Mad Mel Kiper on today.
Okay.
And Donnie Don Don will be live from the room.
Oh, hell yeah.
Obviously, AJ Hawk, and also the whole time, the Toxic Table, at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. A nice little montage of all the greats there on your chest today.
Yeah, this is actually the Kalen Irsay shirt.
Oh!
Yes, that's
Good
one.
one.
I didn't know this is what it looked like because when I got the gift, like I said, I was pissed off. I just kind of threw it in my locker.
Kalen Irsay is the owner of the Indianapolis Colts, who was on our program whenever we were down at the annual meetings. Obviously, we know her from being in Indy. She sent a gift to New England Patriots superfan, an outright rude man
For sure.
about the Indianapolis Colts sometime.
Oh, yeah.
A rude boy, if you will. She sent you a birthday gift, and it was a beautiful. That's a great shirt.
Great shirt. Yeah. I'm very pleased with it. I mean, I love the montage shirts. I think those are the best shirts. So this does kind of jump into the power rankings pretty quickly here. But no, it's a very nice thing. I'm glad to be able to wear it on a Feel Good Friday that's stacked to the gills.
Yeah, it is stacked to the gills, just like that shirt.
Yeah, a little bit.
Now, she owns the team. You can kind of see how much ink is on that particular one.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what normally is on. There's levels to this.
Yeah,
For sure.
Ty, Mel Kiper's on the show. You guys going to be able to keep it civil or what?
I mean, we'll see. I'm going to try. It's never me.
True.
It's never me who has issue with anything. It's usually him. So, I'm looking forward to see what. Hey, we're getting close to the draft here. I mean, we've been talking about this for how long. We get all these big boards coming out. Like, it's unbelievable that the draft is less than a week away.
6 days until we'll see some dreams come true. We'll see some fans get pumped and some fans boo.
Yeah.
But it should be a blast for me and you. Now, one half of the hammer,
Dahn.
Cowboys. Tone Diggs is here. Tone, great fit today.
Thank you,
know
brother.
that. Got cowboy boots on.
Yep.
I mean, the guy's really doing it.
Wow.
I mean, the guy is absolutely doing it right now. Big news in the sports gambling world. No, not the guy getting banned.
No.
Okay.
Not the interpreter stealing $16 million.
No.
That too.
With 24 million more on the way. Not any of that. No. What we're talking about is odds moving quickly, drastically, 1 week out from the NFL draft for the number 2 overall pick. This comes after the 20-person top 30 visit to the Washington Commanders with Top Golf and hangouts and meetings and sessions, and Jaden Daniels' agent going, whenever it was announced about this is not how it normally goes, how much one-on-one time the guys get, and then the books react in this fashion. Who's talking to them? What do they know? And what does this mean to normally whenever something like this happens in the past?
I think it was earlier this week when we did the Jaden Daniels and Drake May odd movement, and it was the other way where it was like, oh, Daniels guaranteed to 2, and we could see why, because it was Schefter who said, hey, you could get that Jaden Daniels jersey, and it was also Schrags put out his mock, and he had Daniels going at number 2. So you kind of understood why that movement went for Daniels at number 2. But late last night, Drake May, like those odds, that's not a small move. No. That's over a $2 move for Drake May potentially going number 2. Now Jaden Daniels still the favorite, but Drake May basically the same odds. And then you look at the tea leaves. You got to find the scuttlebutt on why. And there's some scuttlebutt out there going around where because Schrags kind of dropped a little bit yesterday that said, hey, maybe Jaden Daniels doesn't want to go to the Commanders. And then Florio, I think this morning, kind of said the same thing. So I don't know if that's the reason why they're moving, or the agent. But the only reason I can think of right now that's out there, because we know the same as the sports books, or people say they know the same as the sports books, is that Jaden Daniels potentially doesn't want to go to the Commanders. That could be all bullshit. It's probably all bullshit. A lot of this stuff is all bullshit right before the draft happens.
But Bill told us the closer you get, the more real it feels.
Yeah.
But if you're playing on the bullshit, your odds just got a lot better just to take Jaden Daniels at number 2.
Well, and also, Gumpy, I saw you tweet last night about a safe bet right now as these books are moving on the draft, pal.
Yeah, I'm all in on Drake May at 3. I mean, Schefter's pretty dialed in with the Commanders.
So if Jaden Daniels is allegedly, with all the potential bullshit that's being spewed right now, is telling the Commanders that they don't want it, then you would assume that it's Drake May going to, you would think, or somebody else, I guess. That is the only thing that kind of throws a wrench in the entire thing.
Yeah, it's either a big swing and you miss or a big swing and you hit, because 2 and 3, like, you're getting Drake May and Jaden Daniels either way.
What happens if Michael Penix?
Oh, yeah.
I've been gassing Penix up. I don't know. He's minus 130 to go in the first round. That is free money. How does Penix get out of the
What
first?
What did he run?
Like a 4.4.
And the thing is, well, his injuries, it's like, injuries are cool. Dude just ran 4.4. He ran, his legs are better than a lot of people's legs. Actually, the surgeries might have made him faster, stronger, and everything in it. And then the amount of football that he's played, the accuracy that he has, and the pro style of like building that Kalen DeBoer runs, it's like that guy feels like he's ready-made. But I'm not saying he should be getting drafted above anybody. But if that was to happen, that would be just like the Trey Lance, Mac Jones situation a couple of years back, where things come out of nowhere. And that's why the draft is so beautiful. Yeah. Legitimately, because we have no idea. All you need is one billionaire to be like, nah, That's what I want to.
Yeah.
And we have seen so many cases of that in the past, and there's a chance it could take place on Thursday.
And if this is the case, where like Jaden Daniels is saying, hey, I don't want to go to the commies, I'm not playing for him, you got to love that, got to respect it. But also, that might open the door again for the number 2 pick being traded. Like the talk before from Daniel Jeremiah, I mean, this is last month in March. He said, if I'm looking at a team to trade, probably not at 3. Patriots are probably going to stay, but the Commanders are the team you could look at as a possible trade candidate. So if Jaden Daniels is their guy and they don't love anybody else, does that open the door for hey, Antonio Pierce, everyone knows you need a quarterback and you love Jaden Daniels. Why don't you just send over Devontae Adams and 3 first-round picks, and you can come up to 2 and take your guy and have your quarterback of the future.
Could you imagine that trade taking place on Thursday night with Bill there?
Kind of.
Sitting there?
Man.
Yeah. It would be Devontae on the move would be a huge swing.
Nuts.
And then anytime people have leveraged the future of their team on a draft pick, has it worked? Do we remember any of those working?
In recent memory, no.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, recent history, definitely not.
So if somebody was to do that, I would assume the analytics and stats, and a lot of people would be telling them this is not necessarily the best move for the future. But Josh Allen's situation with Brandon Beane said at the Combine, we traded up to get Josh Allen, and some people said we gave up too much. But if Josh Allen goes on to be what we think he's going to be, nobody will care. And if he's not, we'll get fired.
Yeah.
So that is how this whole thing goes. And that's the type of investment that you could potentially risk on the first round of the draft.
And with the Raiders, you could almost argue like all that stuff is kind of a moot point because you're in the division with Patrick Mahomes. So if you think Jaden Daniels could be your franchise quarterback for the next 15 years, then like, is it really that big of a deal if you have to give up 3 first-round draft picks? Like, if you're going to get a guy that can actually maybe get you eye level with the Chiefs, then you do what you got to do because otherwise you're kind of just in this limbo where it's like, hey, we're if we have a great season, we're probably still playing for second place in the division, and then we still have to go through the Chiefs in the playoffs anyway.
I'll be excited to see how it changes over the weekend. More people chit-chatting with each other, more happy hours potentially taking place. More text messages, more emails, more scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. Quid pro quo.
Yeah, of course.
It's going to be taking place with information over the next few days. Excited how the draft odds change, but remember, the draft books don't have an advantage on us with the draft.
No, they don't.
The sports books don't have an advantage on us with the draft. They know just as much as we know. And if they know something more, it's illegal.
Yeah, bingo.
And it can't
Take him to jail.
forever.
Immediately.
Like the court stormers.
That's right. That was back in,
Sure.
that was back in before March Madness college basketball
Was,
happening.
yeah.
Oh,
Remember
geez.
that guy broke his...
Yeah, Filipowski.
Still played in the tournament somehow. It was weird.
Yeah, but a week later he did the thing. That's why if you're a Bucks fan, Giannis could come back. You never know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We watched Phil Posky take a freight train to a knee, get carried off a court, and then 1 week later, windmill dunking. Basketball players are built different. We need to
they
remember
are.
that. Joining us now is also a man who's been built different. Not only is he one of the most entertaining and electrifying humans of all time, one of the greatest hockey players ever.
Hell yeah.
Oh, sure, people aren't ever going to say that about him in the hockey world. Why? Because he wasn't Wayno?
Yeah.
Because he wasn't Sidney Crosby?
Who is?
He was a pro for 30 years.
Yeah.
Have a little bit of respect, ladies and gentlemen, from TNT and the Spittin' Chicklets podcast brought to you by Barstool Sports. Biz Nasty, Paul Bizanet. What's up, buddy?
Great to see. Hey, best grocery stick of all time.
Oh, is that right? Is that the proper title?
Yeah, it's the guy who used to separate the D and the forwards on the bench and just kind of sit there and make sure he manned the gate the entire game. So that's what I'm labeled as, the greatest grocery stick of all time.
God, you were so good, though.
Yeah.
Filthy.
Think about the
I was good at-
vibes. The vibes that you're bringing to both sides. I mean, the glue. Actually.
Moxie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the actual glue.
The glue.
You're the greatest
The glue.
glue in the history of a hockey bench. Okay.
Wow.
Not bad.
Okay. That's what I heard.
Blue guy.
Got Gorilla Glue.
Yeah, that's what we like to talk about. I saw you get a little bit emotional the other night. Let's dive right into it. This didn't feel like something that was, known by a lot of people as it was happening, and then it gets dropped overnight. It had been rumored and lingered about potentially Utah getting involved with an NHL team. And when Ryan Smith was out here, he was like, there is a lot that has to happen. Before that, didn't know if it was going to be expansion, like when's the next time they expand, because NHL expansion always does well seemingly for the team and the city with the way they set it up with the draft and everything. This is just an outright purchase. See you later. You're out of town. Emotional last evening, obviously, we watched with the ticketing and sales and coaches and players and everything like that. But alumni, I assume, how are you feeling with the relocation of the Phoenix Coyotes, and what does this mean for the future of the NHL, you think? How does this work out?
Brutal for Phoenix and Arizona area for all its hockey fans. I've been there for a long time, and not only on the playing side but the media side. So to say that it kind of happened overnight, I guess that would be a true statement in the sense that I didn't think it was going to happen this soon. I think that people were aware that at the deadline this summer, if they weren't going to win the land auction as far as building a new arena, it just wasn't going to be sustainable in playing out of the mullet in Tempe, which is it's a college rink, right? There's 5,000 people. So as far as it going to Ryan Smith, I think he's going to be an incredible owner. I think the reason it was kept hush-hush is Gary doesn't really like a lot of this stuff becoming public knowledge. He wants it all under wraps, all controlled until eventually a decision is going to be made. So Ryan Smith, obviously the classy guy that he is, wasn't speaking very publicly about this, but ultimately wanted to bring a team to Utah. He's an incredible sports owner in the NBA, and I think he's got a lot of bright, amazing ideas and how to also grow it from a hockey community sense. And I know people are maybe a little bit critical of the size of the market, and everybody gets very numbers focused when it comes to markets, but I think he's insured us, and even with the amount of season tickets already sold or people with the deposits down, ensures that there is going to be local support there. But just going back to the Coyotes situation, it just sucks because of all the amazing people that I got to be around and work with there. I do feel like they were blindsided in how soon this happened. Not saying they were aware that there was potential that it was going to happen, but I do hope that they do eventually get a team back, because I do think that hockey will work in the desert. I don't know if it'll work with the former owners that have just now moved the team and still kind of hold the rights if they want to bring one back.
Yeah, that's what I saw. 5 years they have, and I believe the statement said, "We are committed to this community and to building a first-class sports arena and entertainment district without seeking financial support from the public." Hadn't that been what the NHL and everybody's been looking for like 5-10 years seemingly? End up in kind of the thing. So how much longer, what is it? Because the quote, I think I saw the tweet, the narrative being sent before or above the actual quote was like, owner is committed to bringing team back. It's like, and then you read it, it's like, where was this for like the last 5-6 years?
Yeah.
Isn't this like too little too late? And this guy then 5 years, he's the only one that can get a team back in there, or can some Biz Nasty team up with some VC firm and be able to buy those? Like, how does that work? Legit, because what I've learned,
I better be starting to sell a little bit more vodka if I want to think about purchasing a sports team.
Pink Whitney's for sure.
Yeah, I truly believe that he wants to bring a team back, and I think that he wanted to make it work. When he purchased the team, I think he did so for about, let's say, $300 million, in that range, right? So a great bargain. I don't think it was going to work in Glendale. The commute's too much. People in that area maybe don't have the disposable income that people, let's say, in North Scottsdale and Tempe and other areas of Arizona.
PV,
Of course.
What's that?
Paradise Valley, I think is that what it's called? PV.
PV. Yeah, PV's beautiful, but so that whole area, anything close to that, people have the money in order to have disposable income to go watch sports. Now, as far as the arena lease in Glendale, it just wasn't working out, so they decided to move over to Tempe for the short period of time. Now, I think that when they were trying to secure the other land there, they in Tempe to eventually build this whole project that they had planned, they thought that they were going to win the votes outright. But people in the city were pushing back on it. They put they put their forces behind it to basically say, we don't want this here. We don't want you to use taxpayers' dollars in order to build it. Even though that I believe that wasn't the case, and a lot of it was going to be funded by Murillo, they completely they didn't go into the situation being serious about it. They didn't spend enough money to advertise the fact that what they actually wanted to do. So not taking it seriously, they ended up voting against it. So all of a sudden they try to shift to buying land in North Scottsdale. It's getting jammed up. And on top of all that, with the business dealings that have been going around in the area and the word that has gotten around about this ownership group, there's a lack of trust that they'll even execute it and get it done. Now, you can make of that what you will, but I've never been personally wronged by the Murillos. I worked for the team and then slowly didn't because of certain reasons, and talking to people that I trust in the organization, at the fact that bills were sometimes going unpaid. Like they had issues with hotel bills when they were going on the road that hadn't been paid for a while, where the league had to step in.
In the NHL?
Just really petty stuff. Exactly. To where it's like, how are you going to take somebody seriously who's doing things like that and then dragging out bill process, then offering, 3/4 or half of what the amount was agreed upon originally? So, like I said, the trust has slowly been lost, where now all of a sudden it got to a situation where they're saying, this isn't going to get done anytime soon. Let's do what's right for the league. Let's get an NHL team to where people are going to want it, with an owner who's going to be incredible and support and get fan support, get that figured out, and then still give this guy the opportunity in 5 years to eventually potentially execute this. But I personally believe, and Pat, you know as much as anyone, the sports business is about the people. If you're in it to like make money, in which you probably will eventually, if that's your main goal, I don't think it's going to end up working in the end. So they need to completely repair their image in that community if they have any hopes of actually executing this in the next 5 years. That's my personal opinion.
Well, thank you very much for clarifying all of that.
Yes.
I mean, the bills unpaid, that sounds like USFL stuff.
Yeah.
Bingo.
You know, like that, like hotel, like that's amateur stuff. And I assume the league office was like, this is not what our league is, But now let's talk about hockey community a little bit. How do they feel about this? Are they pumped? Because like Ryan Smith, I feel like we know him pretty good. I feel like we've hung out with him numerous times. We know him pretty well. He's gonna he's gonna go all in here. He is gonna spend, and he is gonna commit, and he's gonna hire, and he's one of those, like, he's a psycho. This guy is a business psycho, Like
he's built different.
Yeah, he's built different. Like, he's going to go. That is what he's going to do, all the while trying to make it the best. Is the hockey community happy about the move to Utah? Is the hockey community as a whole? I mean, I don't know. Obviously, the people in Phoenix that just lost their jobs aren't going to be necessarily the most pumped people. I don't think they're mad at Ryan Smith, but the whole situation. But hockey community as a whole, are we happy about the move to Utah and the energy and the freshness for hockey?
Yeah, I mean, personally, I just want strong ownership. I think it's been mixed opinions online for the one that I said earlier, and the fact people maybe doubt it based on the number and the population there. Ryan Smith will assure you that it's about the support. It has nothing to do with the overall number. And he even said, I believe that they draw a little bit better in Utah, even from the NBA perspective, than they do with the Phoenix Suns. So even that will tell you, and I don't know where they are exactly in the standings, but with good support and him wanting to put his own money and resources into building that new arena and new area, I think that they're going to get tons of fan support, and I think it's going to be a first-class organization with a lot of forward thinking. Like, this guy is 10 steps ahead of the next guy. He's a brilliant mind, and the fact that he's going to have both teams there out of the same building, I do think it's going to have that community support, and I think it is going to be successful. The only thing they got to worry about is naming the team.
Yeah, which I think there's been a few thrown out there. Yeah. Have you heard about a couple of these names?
The Colby Armstrong, a guy involved with us, the Salt Lake City Soakers, and I know you guys know what the term Soakers is. They're not big thrusters there. I don't have premarital sex is a big issue there.
Have you heard about the Quaking?
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard about the Quaking?
No, please describe.
You bunk bet. See, you're way behind. Excuse me. We were out of Utah this past fall, and we learned a lot. We were there. We went to a Jazz game. We got a chance to really mingle. So Soaking's old news. Soaking's the older generation. Yeah, you guys want to accidentally lay inside of each other, do your thing. Yep. The younger generation now, what they do is bunk beds, okay? We're soaking on the top. Cowgirl.
Yep. Yeah.
Cowgirl, I believe. And then underneath, buddy, lad, kicking,
quaking it up.
That's how they're cheating it.
Yep.
That's how they're cheating it. There's no movement up top. It's coming from like a Sibian style leg kick from the bottom. It's just much like Howard Stern.
Yeah. Bingo, yeah. Yep. And it depends.
Holy.
Yeah, smart. Smart. Necessity is the father and mother of ingenuity.
That's right.
And I don't know who the first donkey was underneath that was kicking, or horse that was doing the kicking, but you find a good You find a good lad, I think you're probably linking up for the rest of your life.
Well, they got to have quads like you. You need a bunkmate like you, the one who can kick a football 50, 60 yards every time, no questions asked.
So I did think there was probably good business for me to be had if I would have went to school out
High
there.
price.
I think I would have been an okay Quaker. This guy's the best Quaker in town.
Yeah.
My rates would be going.
man.
Oh my God!
Is there like a rotation aspect where like that now the other guy moves to the bottom and helps you out?
I assume there's a little teammate. For me, I'd be a hired Quake. So I'll come to your bunk. I'll come to your bunk. I don't want you coming to mine.
There's road games.
I'd be going to everybody.
We call that an odd man Russian hockey. No back two on one, no back checkers.
Bingo. Anyways,
gotta move the legs feed the wolf, as they say.
Yeah. All right, let's continue with some hockey talk. And I don't know if they're going to name the team the Soakers or the Quakers.
They might, though.
Maybe.
I mean, it has to be on the board.
They should.
It has to be on the board, I assume. Ryan Smith, not the biggest fan of us. Just
No,
only
he's not.
No.
Every time he's come on our show, first 7 to 10 minutes are. Has there been any innovations in the Quake game? And then he's like, "Oh, stop!" And it's
does
like,
get
all
a
right.
lot
Talk to his people.
FaceTime them this morning, and he called us predictable, lame, and boring. We did exactly what you said there about soaking immediately. You guys are so predictable.
Need new material.
As predictable as the sun coming up. This crew right here, quaking. That's all you're going to say. He's awesome. We are big fans of his. I think it's going to do very well. Let's talk about hockey right now, though. Playoffs have been set. Who do you like here? Who do we like? The Bruins going to do it? Are the Bruins going to be able to maybe win one here?
No, they're going to get smoked by the Leafs. My Toronto Maple Leafs, it's their year.
Okay.
It's their year. They're gonna go on a bit of a heater and they're gonna break the
Biz, don't be a mark, Biz. Don't be a mark now.
Okay, we got Boston Connor over there.
Biz.
Jock sniffer for the Bees.
Biz, when was the last time the Maple Leafs beat the Bruins in the playoff series? Tell the people.
I don't think it's been since like the 50s or 60s.
Yeah, bingo. So what are you doing bumping your gums about that shitty team in Toronto beating the Boston Bruins? Don't be an asshole, okay?
Well, we keep talking about being built different. I think they went and stocked up on some heavy bodies. They got the skill. It's all going to be about producing through the pressure and through the punishment of the Boston Bruins. And you saw the last game. Even though the regular season didn't go well for the Toronto Maple Leafs against the Boston Bruins, it will go mighty fine come playoff time. We're going to reverse the curse here, which is the Boston Bruins.
In no world that is happening, my friend. You saw what happened when Toronto played Boston, what Marshy said. Oh, I'm coming for all of you. I'm taking all your heads off. You remember that, Biz?
He's a killer.
He's a killer.
He's a killer.
You don't have any of those. And by the way, you're talking about big guys? Do you guys have the biggest son of a bitch in the NHL, the big rig Pat Maroon? No, you don't. The Bruins do. So Austin Matthews, 70 goals are cute. What's he going to do when the big rig's mitts are in his grill, Biz? Huh? Then what?
You think Patty Maroon's going to shimmy shake Ryan Reed?
Yeah, I do. I 1,000% do. The big rig still, he's like Mike Tyson.
I want what you're smoking.
I'm not smoking anything except for the Stanley Cup in June, bitch. How about that, bitch?
And Stanley's Cup, too, maybe. The whole thought of you cutting a promo at the edge of this stage with that wide shot, though, I mean, that was one of the most glorious moments we have had in some time. But, Connor actually, we bring PK on and hates the Bruins.
He self-admitted, said, you know what, I don't like talking about the Bruins because I hate them.
Yeah, so now
he was a Montreal guy, so that's just a built-in hardcore rivalry to begin with, so I can understand that. And also, I think he would get heckled pretty hard when he would go to Boston, so he's got some well-deserved hate for Bruins faithful.
Well, to be fair, PK, he was a slippery son of a bitch. PK played his own game. He played sometimes dirty, some people would say. Sometimes he played a little soft. He would flop, people would say. And you could, make your own decisions on whether he was flopping or not. Check the tape. He flopped every single time.
That's gamesmanship.
Well, they started calling him PK Slewban because he wouldn't mind giving the old little slew foot behind guys' legs, which, hey, man, all's fair in love and war. A slew foot. You ever see the slew foot? It's a bit of it's a greasy play. It's a greasy. Ask him why they call him PK Slewban next time he comes on.
All right, we're going to call him right now. We'll see why they call him. Am I kicking the right heel into the left, or what's happening there?
It doesn't matter what side you're on, but the minute you tap the back of the boot with a hockey skate on, the guy's going ass over tea kettle. So people started accusing him of doing a little bit too much of that later in his career in a way to maybe keep up and pin in these young guys. But hey, don't kill the messenger here. That's what they were calling him on the Twitter world.
Sluban. Yeah. That's classic Sluban hockey. Let's go to the West. Obviously, we had a very civil conversation there about the East. What do you think about the West, Biz?
So I'm actually really liking Edmonton right now, just based on that first round matchup. I think that they've played LA the last 2 years and gave it to them. Dallas was my favorite probably coming in, but all of a sudden now they're matched up against the Golden Knights, the cap circumcisers, as I like to call them.
That's right.
They put all these guys on the long-term IR, then which you're allowed to add salary, so they go make all these awesome trades. They end up bringing in Noah Hannafin, Thomas Hertl, and then all of a sudden, the minute game one hits, all their guys are healthy again.
Well, Tampa did this. Let's not just judge the Golden Knights, pal.
Cheaters.
There's a lot of work. This is gamesmanship, just like Sluban.
Sounds like cheating.
Just like Sluban.
Trying to win.
I actually personally don't care. I'm just calling it out for what it is. I think that their GM and their GM and president are like the pinky and the brain. They're like Ryan Smith. They're a few steps ahead, and they've been known to be cutthroat individuals. They're not exactly loyal. They care about winning. They care about now, and they want to add rings to their finger. And that's why they're cap circumcisers. They will do anything it takes to win. And now all of a sudden, as the 8th seed and defending Stanley Cup champions, they're going against the Western Conference champs in the Dallas Stars, who, in my opinion, are the best built team probably in all of playoffs. They have Ottinger, unbelievable goaltender. They have great defense who are mobile, big, and solid. They have 2 first lines, and then they also got 2 guys on entry-level contracts, Wyatt Johnson and this Stankhoven. We call him Stanky Leg. You do the Stanky Leg.
Hell yeah.
These guys are buzzing out there on the third line. So they're a well-oiled machine, and if gun to my head, I would have to pick the Dallas Stars to take it all down.
Okay, the West or the whole thing?
The West. And on the East, like I said, I'm going to be a homer. I'm going to go with my Leafs, but outside of picking my
Toronto
the Leafs,
Leafs, go ahead. Yeah.
My dark horse would be the Carolina Hurricanes. Small market team, but they made a few big pickups at the deadline. They play man-on-man defense, and they are just, once again, a well-oiled machine of the East.
Yeah, Gensel is a weapon. I can't believe you left Pittsburgh. That's not good news. Shout out to the Fenway Sports Group. Yeah, that's great.
Get Crosby
it's
out.
funny you like Toronto because in the first round, they're taking on a team that has a guy who has 3 cups.
That's right.
And you want to talk about a big rig who's going to get bodied, is what Biz said. Ladies and gentlemen, Patty Maroon.
Boom!
What's up, boys?
Oh, hello, Mr. Patty Maroon.
Hey.
What's up, Biz?
Hey, Patty.
You tell me.
No.
Tell him, Maroon.
Patty,
Tell me what's
Tell
up.
him, Big Rig.
Patty, there's no way you heard this. There's no way you heard this because you're in the middle of actual run here and life and everything. Boston Connor and Biz just got into quite a dispute about, I believe the ending comment from Biz was, Patty Maroon will get dummied by Ryan Reeves.
That's what he said.
I believe that is what he said.
That's sugarcoating it, too.
Listen to this
He's going to
asshole.
pump your eyes shut. He's going to give you so many rights, you're begging for a left.
How
Patty
about
Maroon.
it? Is that true, Patty? I'm just trying to do journalism here. Is that true? And why is Biz saying this? I thought we were all on the same side here.
Well, Biz is a Leafs fan, that's why.
Yeah.
And the only reason Biz is saying that because Ryan Reeves pumped his eyes shut, too. I don't think we all know Reeves is a tough guy, but whatever. It's about showing up, eh?
Boom.
That's all it is. It's
How do you
about
feel?
showing up and getting into action.
How do you feel, Patty? How's the body? How's life?
I feel good. Ready for another run here. We have obviously another challenge ahead of us with Toronto. They're a good hockey team, so I'm looking forward to it, especially playing for Boston, original 6 team. Really fucking looking forward to it. Sorry for that.
Nah, it's okay. Don't worry about it. You got to do what you got to do, boys. You got to do what you got to do, boys. Connor has one last speech to give to you, Patty, because I'll tell you what, he got pretty fired up about what Biz was saying earlier.
Yeah, look, Big Rig, I know you weren't there, last year, but what this team means to Boston, I can't put into words, to be completely honest with you. And to say that the city needs this would be an understatement. I think the city is living and dying with this Boston Bruins team, and getting you to join the squad. And as the camera zooms out, you can see that pasta jersey. It doesn't say Pasternak, it says pasta, because that's what we're going to need this offseason. Because unfortunately, last playoffs, we had to hang that banner as a memorial to the great season, the record-setting season last year that fell oh so short in the first round, and I don't think the city of Boston can handle that right now, Big Rig. So we're going to need you to, maybe beat the shit out of 10 to 15 Maple Leafs a night. I mean, you can get what? You can get how many minutes are there in a game? 60. So you can get 12 game misconducts. You can get 12 majors for fighting in one game. I believe
that's good math.
That math.
He won't even be seeing the ice. He can't even bend his knees anymore. You skate like me. You're doing the chopstick dance out there on the fourth line. You can't even get in on the fourth.
You're listening to this grocery stick over here.
And you tell that midget Marchand to keep his paws off Marner. You tell that midget Marchand to keep his paws off my boy Marner. All right? And if you even think about going next to Pablo on the ice, you better reconsider it, buddy, because I will come and find you on the streets of Boston, and I will handle the business myself.
All right.
Kick his ass.
What was the closest thing you came to a playoff game?
I played in a playoff game.
Did you give a touch ice in a playoff game?
I played 1 second against the Chicago Blackhawks. I forgot to put my strap on.
Way to go, Biz.
I forgot to do my tie down, and I fought Brandon Bollig, and my jersey came up, and then I got the gate. I played 1 second. 1 second. I got proof. I got the Pat. Hey, Pat McAfee.
Good thing you came out of the game early. You're doing a good job.
Bring up the game sheet and show him I played a second in a playoff game.
All right, we believe you. How about that? We just believe that it happened, and that was the greatest 1 second they said in the history of playoff hockey.
Yeah. Yep.
Patty,
That's what I'm saying.
What we would like to say is thank you to you and the boys and the rest of the NHL for what's about to be an electrifying playoffs. You're the man. Cheers, brother.
Hey, thanks, boys. Thanks for having me. Don't listen to Biz.
Never. Don't worry
The
about
first
that.
insider in the league.
Okay, jeez. Ladies and Patty Maroon.
Yeah, Big Rig.
Hey, I appreciate the hell out of you too, man. Thank you for joining us today.
I love you, boys. Keep doing your thing.
That was electric.
What's our bet, Boston?
I mean, I don't know. You tell me, because I'll wager anything. I'll wager the farm. That's how.
Now let's do
confident
this.
I
Let's
am.
do this. How about you guys do 10 public push-ups? So you'll be able to text him mid-show, say, "Hey, I need 2 push-ups." You got 10 of them. He'll be able to do the same to you, whether it's TNT or something like that.
Okay, all right. I like that.
Boom.
10 public push-ups. It's a bet.
All right, sweet. Ladies and gentlemen, Biz Nasty Pope is in All right, ladies and gentlemen, it was delayed by 10 minutes because, when you got
That was all the time.
That was pretty sweet.
yelling at each other.
Yeah.
Full on. Well, hello. Biz had no idea Patty was coming on. Shout out to Patty Maroon. Good work in the back there, ZD. Hitting him up, getting him on the line. That has become the new thing. I was talking to somebody this morning, and I told him, I'm a FaceTime person, not normally a call. And they're like, yeah, you just do it in the middle of shows, right? We're like, yeah, that's kind of our thing.
All done.
Yeah. You're not live. Yeah, that's a big deal. You have to do that. Shout out to Patty Maroon and everybody else joining us. Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, in the Thunderdome is the future of baseball. Future of Pirates baseball. In the future of maybe watching umpires go, ladies and gentlemen, pitcher for the Indianapolis
Indians.
AAA affiliate of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
That's right.
National champion Paul Skenes. Very long, uncomfortable walk. What's up, dude?
Hell yeah.
Thank you so much, man.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you, too.
Yes, sir. There's a bro for you.
My man, you want to saddle up over there? Yeah, you go around.
Good boy, Paul.
Holy shit.
Nice shoes. Big son of a
That's a big boy.
Holy shit.
You are a house, dude, huh? You're a hoss. You play football ever or only baseball?
Just baseball.
Okay, where are you from originally?
Southern California.
Southern California. We just talked to Randy Johnson.
Okay.
And so we talked to him yesterday. He's 6'10", and he was talking about how a part of his mindset when he was on there is, I'm going to try to make this as an uncomfortable as possible at bat for the batters, because he used to throw hard, high. You know, he used to go at people. I assume that. Are you similar in that nature? Because what you're doing right now, nobody else on earth is doing. They're talking about the amount of 100-mile-an-hour plus pitches that are taking place across all baseball, not just AAA, majors, everything like that. What is your mindset when you're up there, and how come you're able to throw the ball faster than everybody else on earth, you think?
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
You do?
Yeah, no, I don't know how I do it.
Have you always just been a rocket, even as a kid?
No, not really. I mean,
when did it develop?
Last couple of years, really. I mean, just growing into my body and getting stronger and that kind of thing. I think that was the biggest thing. But I was like, when I was a junior in high school, I was probably throwing 86 miles an hour.
Jeez.
So it's happened recently.
So you go to LSU, you go to Air Force, you go to LSU, you develop, you get stronger, and then we watch that run where you guys go in the national championship and your mustache and you are just like awesome. And then we see the Pirates draft you immediately. Is there a hesitation or a worry that when you go to the next level, you're not going to be able to do the same stuff? Or if you're throwing 100, you're throwing 100?
It's different. And so that's something that I'm learning right now about, just being in, obviously AAA is different than the big leagues, but AAA is also different than college. So just trying to figure that out a little bit.
What is it, the batters or the ball, or what is it?
Honestly, all of it. And the people talk about the 5 and 6 day rotations. Like everything is just a little bit different. It's nice that they're using wood bats, but like the hitters are better. The balls are smoother and like the seams are smaller, so it's kind of hard to throw. But so just a bunch of like little adjustments that you kind of got to get to.
Seems like you've been okay. We've been watching. We've been watching this. These stats are popping up on the internet like seemingly every single time you step in. Here's the most 100 mile an hour pitches thrown this year. You're the guy. I don't know. Seems like only be 57 more than second, which is okay.
Yeah, not bad.
I guess that's pretty good with a sweet stash.
Oh, it's strong.
Pittsburgh, by the way, the perfect place to go with what you have on your upper lip. Just would like to let you know that. Let alone the fact that you're just throwing absolute heat. Now, before Tone Diggs, who's a big Pittsburgh Pirates fan, and Ty Schmidt, who's a massive baseball fan, have questions because we assume you're going to go on to do amazing things, and we're going to be able to run this back like 10 years from now and be super pumped about it. So we appreciate you doing this. Are you paying attention to what's going on in baseball in the pitching position? I assume you would have to. With the elbows and the conversation about how these young kids are throwing 100 and some pitches at the age of 9, which is potentially affecting them whenever they grow older. Do you think about all that stuff? What are your thoughts on it? Because obviously you throw hard as shit. Is that something you have to monitor, gauge, and how do you kind of deal with it all?
Yeah, I mean, like I said about like just growing into my body, I think, part of it, you got to be strong to throw hard in the first place. But and then in order to, continue to throw hard, you have to be strong. So I think that's like the biggest piece. It's just part of the game. It sucks, but it's just part of the game. And that's, you can't go out there thinking about that. It really could happen, but that's not, your job is to go out there and throw hard and get outs. And then, do whatever it takes between starts to go out there and continue to do that over the long season.
So you can get back out there.
Yeah, it's part of the game.
How about pitch clock?
I love it. I really do.
Okay, do you feel like you're forcing, you control the at-bat as opposed to the batter? Is that why you love it, or why exactly are you a fan of it?
So, I mean, it's weird that when there's nobody on, the batter gets a timeout and we don't get a timeout. That's kind of the weird piece that I don't understand.
You're saying, what are we doing here? How come?
A little bit.
If we're making this fair, 1 for 1 here.
Yeah. No,
you get called for a balk, you try to do that.
Well, yeah, the clock just keeps
That's
going.
bullshit.
It's weird.
Why are they against the pitchers? You thought it was a pitcher's game.
Exactly. No, no, I love it, and they use it in college. It's a little bit less strictly enforced in college than it is here, but it gets the games moving quickly. And bottom line, I think part of it is you have to train for it. Throughout the off season and in bullpens and everything like that. It's part of the game. You can. Do
you feel like you're doing a little mental chess?
For sure, and there are guys for sure that when you step in, they don't like to be rushed, or they don't like to wait, and those are the guys that you can rush or run out the pitch clock on, even out of the windup.
I kind of asked you about it earlier with the Randy Johnson question, but I also asked you 4 questions in a row because my brain got so excited, which happens, and I do apologize. We're not scared to intimidate some batters, or is it just? It's me, the ball in the strike zone that we're doing here. Will you float one if somebody's crowding a little bit just to let them, feel it a little bit? Hey, this is
my breeze.
This is 100. This is 102 right now. This is what this could be for the next 3 pitches probably. Is there any of that in your game plan? And who decides that? Is it catcher, coach? Who's calling? How does that whole thing work?
Yeah, I mean it's all of us, and it's reading the game. It's nice to have a catcher that knows the game, and really they're the ones that know what's going on best out of anybody. But going up and in is never a bad thing, really. So.
Hell yeah.
Dahn has a question for you, massive Pirates fan.
Well, and by we, I mean Pirates fans are so excited for the future with you and then the other Hundo boy, Jared Jones, who's been incredible so far. But we can't wait anymore. Do you want to break some news today? Do you know when you're going up? Do you have any say in when you're going up? Is there a plan that and the team knows that you guys are not going to tell anybody on when you're going up? Are you going to break some news today, or?
No, I'll be honest, guys. You know just about as well as I do when I'm going up. So
We know more than you do about this particular ownership.
Yeah,
and it's
Which-
it's changing.
Yeah, it's changing.
It's changing from what we've been told, which is good. And how could you not? The Hundo Boys is let's go. And Randy told us about the analytics now. Guys don't really go complete games. He won 100 complete games in the majors or whatever,
Sure.
And he said that was a big part of it. Like, I'm throwing the whole thing, and they're talking about, analytics say whenever you see a batter for the fourth time, they're going to have a better opportunity to hit you. And he's like, who against me? Who though? Like, who are these analytics? Is there a change in mindset about how long you go into the game because the overall idea is like we need to last longer? Like maybe we have a 15-year career as opposed to a 7-year career. Is that the mindset of the modern day why there isn't as many complete games, or what are your thoughts on it all?
yeah, I haven't been here long enough in
the
pro
majors?
ball. I haven't been in pro ball long enough to really know that.
At LSU, how'd it work out? You threw full games?
I threw one complete game there. But it was you talked about the 100 pitch thing. Like I went like 3 or 4 weeks in a row last year of like throwing 120 pitches.
Damn.
So I don't know. My body felt great while I was doing it, and I still think that's something I can do. But it's definitely different than it used to be. I didn't grow up watching Randy Johnson really, but
How old are you?
21.
God.
So young, dude. Who'd you grow up watching, pitcher-wise?
So I was an Angels fan. So Jared Weaver, John Lackey, guys like that.
Lackey.
Yeah.
Have they reached out and been like, hey, man, watching you just throw 102, 101, 102 for 3-pitch strikeout is awesome? Has anybody reached out to you, like any of your heroes said, like, we've seen a clip of what you're doing, it's cool, or is baseball a bunch of hating assholes?
No, it's not the second one. I don't know about. I honestly don't know if they've reached out. I don't see a whole lot of that.
What do? You isolate yourself? Do you do
As much as I can.
no social media?
No social media.
So no social media.
Flip
Do we have a smartphone?
Yeah.
Do we
I
have-
do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we have any hobbies? What is the hobby?
Not really. It's kind of baseball.
Just
That's
ball.
awesome.
Yeah. No. I mean, it is what it is.
What do you listen to music-wise? Do you do
Country.
all day? Who?
Pretty much. Right now, it's Charles Wesley Godwin and Shane Smith.
It's a West Virginia guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Charles, let's go,
He's the
dude. So warming up, that's what you're listening to when you're working. That's what you're listening to. Everything.
Depends. I mean, I was listening to an audiobook when I was warming up yesterday. So.
An audio
It
book?
depends.
The tickets went from $8 average yesterday to like $30 average down at the stadium because you're pitching. You're a needle mover in AAA, dude.
Damn right.
People are paying more money to come watch you pitch here around Indianapolis. It was on the news. They had it on the local news. Like, Paul Skenes is pitching tonight. Don't know how many more of these we got. So if you want to get out there and do it, you've been great for this city. I know you're headed to Pittsburgh, which is obviously where we're from, but it's like you've been great here too. You need to know that. We appreciate that. See ya. Think about these AAA guys going, well, what is this?
This is bullshit.
Do I have to play?
This is last night. Okay. How did we do last night? You feel pretty good about what we were doing?
Yeah, it was solid. That one's not getting called a strike without ABS.
Is this the back?
What do you mean? What's that? What are you talking about?
Yeah, the automatic strike zone.
The robot?
Do you hate it or not? Because we learned about this through Jet Pass, and I think that some.
Reviewed.
Yeah, you tap your head, you review things.
Yeah, so that's the challenge system. That's like the second half of the week. They're trying stuff out in AAA right now. So first 3 days of the week are the robot umpire, and then last 3 days of the week are
Look how
challenge.
big you are, dude.
Yeah.
Look at how big you are out there. An intimidating force. Nice quads on the kid, too. Got to have a good base, obviously. Talk about the strength there. I know you're going to say you haven't been in pro ball long enough and all that shit because you're super humble. I get it. No social media. What a wild thing.
Yeah.
You should hear things they're saying about you. It's all good.
Yeah.
Now might be the time to get in social media and then get out later. But whenever you think about the automatic strike zone and the challenging, and they're trying shit in AAA to take it to the majors, and I assume there might be some major league pitchers that are going to be pissed that you're even giving an answer because they're like, why are they asking this guy? But you're the one experiencing it right now. Do you like what is happening with the strike zone and how it's being called? And I know you're not saying you should be the one deciding what happens at the majors, but is the future of baseball look good with this particular thing from a pitcher's point of view?
Yeah, so I mean, for me, I really never hope. I hope that the ABS never gets to the major leagues. To be honest, I just don't like, because I was a catcher too, like, and if you can receive pitches, that's job security for catchers. So because for the longest time I was hoping that I was going to be a major leaguer behind the plate. And so I think
I didn't even think about the lack of importance.
Me neither. That makes sense.
No, that's a job back there too, and the umpire. I mean, you get rid of an umpire.
Well, Angel Hernandez.
Yeah, get him out.
You can't say, you've never seen him. You've never seen him, so you have obviously no opinion. That is just strictly ours and the internet. That's a fascinating take. I don't think a lot of people are saying. Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, definitely. You talked about growing into your body and not throwing this hard. Like, so when you get to this point, and obviously, like, very evident that you're humble and you know, whatever. But
We
I mean,
get it.
you're incredibly dominant. Like, so at this point, are you like focusing on pitches, crafting, like developing new stuff? Like, are you working on mechanics and stuff like that? And also, like, when you do just have after start, you're striking out all these guys. Like, is it a little bit tough in your mind knowing like, hey, I should probably be in the bigs right now. I feel like I'm ready, but you know, you understand how it goes, and you have to just continue to kind of go out there and do the same thing over and over again.
Well, yeah, I mean, so the goal of being here for everybody, not just myself, is to, you know, be a big leaguer. And so whatever it takes to get ready to get big league hitters out is what I'm trying to accomplish right now. So that changes kind of outing to outing, you know, throwing more changeups, more off speed, like mixing it in, even though maybe, you know, we don't need to, just to be ready.
Yeah.
just to be ready to face big league hitters, because I will need that. It's kind of like walking the line a little bit of, you know, what I need to accomplish to be ready whenever, you know, that day comes, and also like get these guys out right now. So
we got a knuckleball coming in?
Ooh. Probably not. Probably not.
No shot.
Come on.
Could you imagine 102 into a knuckleball? Jeez, you get that John Kruk All-Star game situation every single night. Connor's got a question for you, Paul.
Yeah, so, you know, in Indy, like, have you been doing anything in Indianapolis, or you're just like, hey, this is a stopgap, baby. I don't need to go around. I can go to the zoo if I want, or you just kind of, like you've said, you kind of locked in, staying at the house or condo or whatever you're doing?
Yeah, I mean, I try to sleep as much as I can. I did not know that they had a zoo until you just said that. So.
Gee, it's right next to
the stadium.
Yeah,
right,
no,
Paul,
sorry.
It's right next to you can see it from the mound with how tall you are. Paul, if you just accidentally look over, I think your guys is.
I only said zoo because it's next to the stadium.
You could probably see a chimpanzee doing its thing in the sky over there. Look for one night. They'll be up in this, literally right next to your.
It's sweet.
I like how dialed in you are, though.
No, I mean,
incredible.
Yeah, no, I'll look for it. I'll look for it tonight.
All right, Paul. Enough.
No, I don't. Yeah, no, I haven't done a whole lot here. Gonna try to go to a Pacers game at some point.
There you go.
Yeah, I like Indy. I will say that. I really do.
Indy and Pittsburgh similar, like the humans.
Love it. Yeah. Hey, I've spent a lot more time in Indy than I have in Pittsburgh.
Well, when you make your way to Pittsburgh, I think people are going to be
awesome.
pumped up to see you.
Jack.
And you should just start Googling Zambelli fireworks shows.
Okay. I've never heard of that.
Paul, you will.
You'll see
They're
him
going to be a big part of it.
after the game.
Rudy subs.
Yeah, Rudy subs are great, but Zambelli fireworks come Pirates down there at PNC Park after a win. It's like a big deal. So the fireworks over the river with the city, it's like a
rage.
You're gonna provide a lot of Zambelli fireworks shows right there, pal. You're gonna provide a lot of those to the city of Pittsburgh, and they are forever gonna be thankful for them. Because when a Yinzer sees a Zambelli firework go off in the sky, it is 6 to midnight, pal. Okay, you need to know that.
Love it.
We appreciate the hell out of you, man. Thank you for this hat too. Young Bucks. I like that. I like the Young Bucks. Color kind of interesting, but I like the Young Bucks because we got the Hundo boys. Young Bucks is certainly better.
Yeah.
Especially for the entire
Great.
week. Good luck the rest of the way, and thank you for stopping by, man.
Yeah, thank you.
You don't have to. We got like 30 seconds till hard out. We can just walk off together.
Okay.
They probably told you just to walk off. Is that what
No,
they
they
said?
didn't really tell me anything. Hey, I got you though. You want to sign?
Yes, please.
I got you.
Yeah, my man.
Hat?
How much do you squat?
I actually don't squat.
You don't do any weights?
No, I do weights. I don't. I split squat more than
How much?
Squatted probably in like.
Split squats.
How much
4
split
years.
squat?
I don't know. Probably
1,600.
Yeah.
We'll say that. I like it.
All right, we'll be back on the other side with AJ Hawk, Mad Mel Kiper in the rumor mill. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. It might change their life. Hello and welcome to Office Championship Wrestling live in Indianapolis, Indiana. Tonight we have a straight to hell match in which the devil will battle against our office wrestler, Dylan Boston. You might be wondering how we got here. Let's find out right now. And now we have to make a deal with the devil.
Yeah, no big deal. Classic trial by combat situation. We got our champion, Dylan Bostic. All he's got to do, win the match, 1, 2, 3, and we're home safe.
The only man that would take the job to protect us from the devil himself, Dylan Bostic.
Like you mentioned, Pat, there's probably about 5 or 6 other guys we'd rather have in this position, but we'll take Bostic, I guess.
Not only are all of our souls on the line, the Office Championship Wrestling Championship, presented by Natural Light, is also on the line.
Jesus, the devil's trying to put Bostic straight to hell!
I do not want to
go to hell!
no! Don't do it!
Good God, no! Come on, Bostic, Pat!
Oh, no! Oh, my...
I'll see you in hell, Pat. The goddamn Easter Bunny's out here! What the hell's he doing here?
The Easter Bunny is obviously here to help Dylan Bostic. Wait a minute. No!
No!
The Easter Bunny's been on the devil's side this whole time. Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ!
What the hell's Jesus Christ doing here?
The power of Christ is compelling Dylan Bostic.
Look at this, Pat! Jesus Christ is bringing Bostic back to life! Jesus is going insane! And now Bostic's kicking wholesale ass in the ring!
Jesus Christ has come to help Dylan Bostic defeat the devil and defeat the Easter Bunny. What's gonna happen here?
Good God Almighty, it looks like he's going up in the scissor lift!
Jesus is lifting the scissor lift! Jesus is now telling Bostic to come down from
Don't do it, Bostic! Don't do it! Oh my God! Bostic's dead! He's dead! You can't tell from home, but that scissor lift is about 8 stories up, Pat!
80 feet in the air! Oh wait! He's tuning up the bed! The devil!
Super kick! Into the casket! The devil goes down! The devil goes down!
Shuts the casket!
Straight
back to hell! The devil goes straight back to hell, where he belongs!
With the assist from Jesus Christ of Nazareth!
Dylan Bostic saves the PMI office's souls and wins the...
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey, Dwayne, let's go!
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers, you pig! Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Sport! Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this Feel Good Friday, April 19th, 2024. Hour 2 of this program starts now. Sports! I love it. I love sports.
Me too.
Sports are the greatest thing on earth. Sports bring people together. Sports create great human beings and great moments and great situations. Football is the sport, obviously, that we are most closely tied to, but baseball has been wonderful to us all week. Hockey has been fantastic as the playoffs kind of drop the puck and get started to be the best year ever. Now, the Penguins aren't involved, so that's probably going to be impossible, but who knows? If everything in front of us, it could be the greatest year of the NHL playoffs in history. The NFL, though, has a multiple-time Super Bowl champion who has changed the course of pop culture forever. This morning, if you had a wife or a girlfriend that you happen to live in the same house as, or, you know, I guess she crosses
Oh, yeah. I was going
all
to say.
demos.
Yeah. I don't have that. I still got it.
If you're a single guy living in a 2-bedroom apartment,
Bingo.
If you just woke up this morning and all, you listened to a brand new Taylor Swift album and 2 albums.
Yeah. No big deal.
Surprise! I'm touring the world, selling out every single stadium on earth. I'm in the middle of the most public relationship that sports has had in a long, long time. Remember, she was changing outcomes of NFL games and also writing 2 albums. an absolute workhorse. But if you listen to those songs and listen to some of the narratives, football created the one.
Mm-hmm.
Travis, we're happy for you, buddy.
Love you, Trav.
That So High School song, it had to be so. His boys get a shout out.
Mm-hmm.
Their activities, they probably play Grand Theft Auto online.
Oh, yeah.
She's been there.
Mm-hmm.
Boys get a full shout out there. I believe they potentially have smoked CBD, with the way everything is. His dad gets a shout out.
Yeah.
The impression of his dad, which obviously we've met through the New Heights podcast, and getting to see him kind of operate is amazing. It's like, that's a beautiful thing. And then you hear what's said about other dudes from other avenues. It's like, I'm thankful that Taylor Swift has met a football guy.
Me too.
Because I think what's coming in the next album is about to be the most. I found it.
Yeah, just bangers after bangers.
Yeah, I hope so.
And I am so happy that because, since the very beginning, we said these two might be perfect for each other.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, actually might be perfect for each other. Taylor Swift is a workhorse, beast, genius, you name it. Boom. High level.
Mm-hmm.
Travis Kelce, same thing.
Yep.
But at a position where he is not the most famous guy in the room.
Nope.
So being the guy who's with Taylor Swift is not a problem. Like, hey, some of these other guys, it feels like potentially they couldn't handle the shadow.
I ain't taking a back seat.
Yeah, couldn't handle the shadow. They needed,
Oh, yeah.
Travis, like, I don't know, we having a good time. Who cares? That's all Travis cares about. So I'm incredibly pumped for both of them. And literally since day one of this, I believe just from learning about Taylor Swift through Sam in that documentary and then knowing Travis, it's like, wait a minute, I'm no matchmaker, but this feels like all the issues they both have had in the past relationships kind of get cured here if they're together.
Kind of simpatico.
And we got a chance to hear that in that So High School song.
Yeah.
So pumped this morning for football. It's a beautiful time. The Toxic Table is here. And congrats to Taylor, by the way.
Yeah, obviously.
Great album.
And I believe her and Posty have the first ever female #1 song before. I don't. You
get it.
I don't know the
Big
first.
deal.
I don't know the music rule.
It's doing well.
Yeah, she sells out every stadium she walks into, so she's #1 in everything. If you ask us, but congrats to both of them, seemingly being in.
Deep.
Two greats in love. That's good for society. The Toxic Table is here. At Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. One half of the Hammer, Dahn. Cowboys Tone Diggs is here. And, sometimes, especially with this season around, you have to bring in certain experts.
Sure.
You have to go to the people who know more than you do. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Mad Mel Kiper. You look like an asshole, Mad Mel.
Well, what the fuck is this?
Whoa.
Okay? You shitting me? You guys doing this to me, making me look like an asshole?
No.
You just trying to Siciliano me? Okay, this is bullshit.
No.
All right? No, I don't want to hear it, okay?
We're not in your room. We're not in your office.
I didn't set this up. Okay, hey, listen, I've been at this a long time, Pat. All right, you understand? Been at it a long time. You think I'm going to make myself look like an asshole on national TV? Okay, I wasn't born yesterday, pal. Oh, yeah, here we go. Look, I'll stand up. I'll be you. I'll move around, do all this happy bullshit. Does that make you happy? Is that all right? Jesus Christ. I mean, already.
I want you to be comfortable. I don't want this to how this to you look.
Well, it already happened. I can see it right now. All the clips going on. Hey, look at Kiper. What was this guy, 3'11"? I mean, it's bullshit, Biggest week of my life. On the precipice of the biggest week of my life, and you're making me look like an asshole intentionally.
It wasn't me.
I do for you guys. I do for you guys.
It wasn't us.
God,
it wasn't us.
No.
It was you. You said
it's your
camera. It had to be your people. You.
All right, well, if that's the case, then I'm going to, I got to find a producer around here. I'm going to fucking smack him in the mouth because that's unacceptable, okay? Goddamn respect.
Seems like you're a little bit on edge, and obviously you did get embarrassed there to start this. You look tiny, didn't he? You look
God, he looked bad.
So
yeah, bullshit. It's bullshit.
All right,
not tiny.
All right, you're super tall. You're super tall.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Big boy.
I don't want to keep pointing out things, but no tie today, missing a button.
Yep. Well, Pat, it's Casual Friday, all right? It's Casual Friday. I've been busting my ass for weeks on end now. Actually, may have lost my glasses. Not jacked up about that. Those are prescription glasses. I do need those outside of what I do here. And yeah, so I look like Harry Carey with the glasses on, okay? Hey, Mel, how you doing? You look great. I look like an asshole. I understand, but it's casual Friday. Don't need a tie. I don't want to, kind of ruin anything, but let's just say Mad Mel is going to be looking pretty dapper come Thursday.
Okay. All right.
Well,
we can't wait to see that, and we are less than a week away from the draft. What is the big news right now? You think, Mad Mel? Where are you at right now in the whole process?
Well, my process is pretty much done. I'd say the biggest news, Pat. I got to give you guys flowers. The sperm whale. The big old whale, Bill Belichick, is joining you guys' draft.
That's right.
Unbelievable.
That's
Unbelievable.
Right. You too, Mad Mel. You'll be there as well, obviously.
Well, absolutely. So I'm excited. I know Bill mentioned on you guys' show the other day that at this point, a lot of NFL teams, general managers don't exactly know what they're doing yet. All due respect, I completely disagree. Okay, the hay is in the barn. Hay is in the barn at this point. Whoa. We are, just 6 days out from the NFL draft. Every single one of these teams knows exactly what they're going to do, know exactly what prospects they'd like to take in the first round. So yeah, I'm going to try to be amicable with Coach Belichick. Obviously, in the past, I've had a thing or two that I've had to say about his draft process. Hey, maybe a reach here, maybe a reach there.
Oh.
Maybe I've given out a couple C-, D+ draft grades.
Boy. What?
Yeah, well, hey, it happens. Okay, I'm a professional, just like he's a professional, and I will try to be amicable as I can. But again, I just like to remind everybody, I put out my draft board every single year. Okay, this is the 41st year in a row I've been doing this draft. Suffice to say, I'm the king at this shit. Okay, everybody knows it. It's no, that's no secret. Okay, Bill's never had to put out his draft board before, so maybe I'm looking forward to kind of chopping it up with him. Talking shop, maybe giving him a pointer or two about how you do this media thing in terms of presenting your draft board to the masses.
Okay, that's very kind of you, because you just called yourself the king of this shit, and he's the goat of this shit. So we got a king and a goat on the same set. Wow.
Unreal.
One's self-proclaimed, one's everybody else says, but nonetheless, potentially.
Fair.
Connor's got a question for you, Mad Mel.
Mad Mel, looking good. Honestly, the new glasses, I know you're bummed. They might work, okay, just so you know. Looking at that draft board, as you mentioned, Jaden Daniels last night, some massive movement at the number 2 betting odds at ESPN Bet. Obviously, yesterday, plus 240 for Drake May. And today, he's minus 105. That is huge movement, Mel. What's going on there, do you think?
Well, I'm not sure. I think teams get a little skittish the closer we get to the draft. Again, we're talking about a franchise quarterback, CEO of your team, a guy who's going to lead you to the promised land. And I think one thing that these teams are really sick and tired of is you get an agent out here who, bumping his gums, flapping them around. Everyone would just like this guy to shut the fuck up, okay, and let it be about the player. I understand he's maybe trying to do the best thing for Jaden Daniels, but at the end of the day, he could be the guy who's forcing Jaden Daniels to kind of slide down a couple draft boards. Not having these issues with Drake May. Don't have some loudmouth jackass popping off saying, hey, my guy should be going here, my guy should be going there. Okay. My guy wants this, my guy wants that. You're not getting that with Drake May. By all accounts, great guy, great teammate, great family. So that could be why you're seeing a little bit of line movement because Washington, they may be getting cold feet.
Well, Jaden Daniels' line moves big. Drake May's line moves big.
Whoa.
What do they know is the question. Do they know more than Mad Mel?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But, hey, no, Connor, respectfully, shut your goddamn mouth, okay? They do not know more than I do. We're 6 days before the draft, okay? Everyone wants to play this game, and that's fine, okay? That's fine. But let's just say this, okay? Don't get embarrassed, all right? Because there are pros of the pros when it comes to this. I'm one of them. I know exactly what's going on. So
what's going on with your Dallas Cowboys? Is it melting because of how hot you have been this morning?
I mean, it is hot as hell in here. That Cowboys helmet, other way, my apologies. That Cowboys helmet is actually Roger Staubach's, okay? It's about 50, 60 years old, so it might be time to maybe get one of the, Revo Speed Revolution helmets, one of the new helmets, maybe a new shut. We'll see.
People are saying it's fake.
Yeah.
No, people are saying it's fake. They're saying there's no way an actual helmet would ever melt like that.
Yeah, all those helmets they're calling into question now.
Yeah, and the photo and the pennant, the whole thing. Mm-hmm. Everybody's starting to call the computer. Look at the computer. Is that the original Apple? Is what Maggie, I think, is what it was?
Yep, that's one of the old iMacs when Steve Jobs named after Lisa. Actually, it was Lisa, named after his daughter, who he kind of treated like shit for about 30 years. And then at the very end, was
was busy.
He's very busy.
Bad
dad, terrible dad. But it all came around because, if you remember, if you watch the movie at the very end, he said, hey, I'm going to put 1,000 songs in your pocket. And she was kind of the inspiration for that. So maybe he's not a bad dad.
Oh, that's a good point, actually.
I don't know how many people are disputing. Hey, Mad Mel, you know more than us. Remember, to start this conversation today, he knew more than Bill.
Yes.
Belichick.
Yeah.
He said, I know.
About draft boards.
No, because Bill said that, that's what we're talking
one
about.
and the same.
Yeah, that's the draft. That's what we're all talking about here. So I appreciate that you just know more than everybody. 41 years doing drafts, though. I mean, that's what's going to happen.
Yep.
Tone Diggs has a question for you, Mel.
Yeah, Mr. Mad, one of the hot button teams in this draft is the New York Football Giants. I believe in your latest mock, you had them taking a wide receiver, and that came out a little bit ago. Do you still have them taking a wide receiver at that position?
Well, this is one of those things that it's Daniel Jones has forced my hand here. Okay? He has forced my hand.
What?
I said last week, or last time I was on with you guys, hey, New York Football Giants, Brian Daboll, Joe Shane, they understand that their asses are in the jackpot right now. They need to win, and they need to win soon. Can Daniel Jones be that guy? Well, that remains to be seen. And then we got the press conference. Okay? We got the press conference.
Which one?
You know which one. Okay? Daniel Jones, his eyes bugging out of his head like a goddamn goofball.
He's focused.
Focused? You think? Okay, sure, yeah, we can call this guy focused. He looks like a complete jackass.
Whoa.
Okay, and I understand it's not easy dealing with the New York media. They basically said for years now, hey, this guy sucks. He turns the ball over all the time. Yeah, every once in a while he'll have an 80-yard run, trip over his own feet, and then he'll end up, kicking a field goal, not scoring a touchdown. But that's not an NFL quarterback. That's not a starting quarterback. That's not a guy who's going to win you a Super Bowl. So at this point, I would rather have, I'm thinking the Giants are. I understand you guys had Peter Schrager on yesterday. He thinks that J.J. McCarthy potentially could be going to the Giants. Any one of the guys in this draft pool is better than Daniel Jones. Okay, I don't care who it is.
Whoa.
You got that guy's
That's
eyes.
a big statement.
Huge.
Hey, you know what? You want to be a franchise quarterback? You don't do that kind of shit in a press conference.
Okay.
You just don't. Eyes bugging out of your head. Geez, I don't know what's going on here. Can't have it. Can't win with it. Won't win with it. So I think the Giants, I would guess John Mara saw that and basically, hey, boom, red alert, okay? Daboll, Shane, figure it out. Get a quarterback in here. If we have to trade up to 2 or 3 or wherever, you got to do it because we're not going into next season with this guy and his goddamn eyes bursting out of their sockets.
A lot of money.
Do it.
A lot of money go to Daniel Jones too. I think that adds into the conversation and obviously the judgment because whenever you get paid a certain amount to carry a team, if you don't, you're going to be judged by the likes of sports media, let alone somebody who's looking at a draft, staring down quarterbacks that he's been bopping to for at least 3 months now, 4 months in the entire process.
Yeah, but Dan Jones, he won a playoff game in Minnesota, Mad Mel.
That's pretty good.
Do you recall?
Pretty good.
You think okay. What do we want to kiss this guy's ass? Throw him a birthday party for winning a playoff game?
Well, a playoff party.
Yeah. Maybe a playoff party. We try to win playoff games. We try to win Super Bowls. You think John Mara's going to go back and say, hey, yeah, you beat the hell out of the Vikings who overachieved all season. Congratulations. Hey, Connor, do you remember what they did the game after that?
I don't recall, actually.
Yeah, I think it was like 38-0 at the end of the first quarter against the Eagles, and everyone was saying, oh, geez, maybe we were wrong. Maybe Dan Jones is a piece of shit.
Whoa!
Hey, I didn't say it.
Well, you said we. We would imply, I know the pronouns.
Well, yeah, understand. I'm talking New York media. I'm talking NFL media. I'm talking about people who study the game. You guys especially. I don't have the tape. I don't remember exactly what you said, but I don't think anyone was coming in the day after that Philadelphia Eagles playoff game saying, hey, Dan Jones, let's sign this guy to an extension. Let's give him another $150 million. I don't remember anyone saying that, Pat.
Well, it was overreaction Monday, I'd assume, and who knows what's said then, obviously. That is... That's part of the problem of our show. And I guess the allure as well. And I know that this has not worked out well.
Oh, no.
A couple different times now because, you know what I'm doing?
Yeah, sure do. Go ahead. Hey, your show, not mine. Go ahead.
Ty Schmidt has a question for you.
Mad Mel, listen, I know we've had our differences, okay, but I do have a question that I'd love to get an answer from you on as we are, right in front of the draft here. We had Peter Schrager on yesterday, and he was basically saying, hey, listen, Cooper DeJean, although he has worked out unbelievably well, he seems to be healthy. A lot of teams, said if he was healthy, then he's probably a top 15 pick. Schrager said that he looks at him more as like a 22 to 32 type of guy, maybe even a second-round pick, which I think that's a little ridiculous, being an Iowa guy and having seen him play for quite a bit. What is your opinion on Cooper DeJean? Because I know you are somewhat high on him as well.
Yeah, listen, I'm going to stop you there, okay? I'm going to stop you there. You're lucky that I'm even entertaining your question because, as everyone knows, I think you are a big bag of mashed up asshole.
Whoa,
right? That's just the way it is. Hey, listen,
come on.
Not everybody gets along. Not everybody needs to be buddies. And I can't stand you. But with that being said, I will entertain your question. Yeah, listen, I respect Peter Schrager. A lot of people respect Peter Schrager. Everyone knows his mock drafts are second to, well, I shouldn't say second to none, usually second to mine in terms of
I think Daniel Jeremiah was last year.
Yeah, last
and
year.
then
DJ's GOAT. We're not talking about, I'm just talking, this is mano-y-mano, me and Schrager. Okay. DJ is obviously.
DJ's the GOAT, you're the king.
Yeah, bingo. We're all in the barnyard. Okay, we're all in the barnyard. But I'm the overseer. I do oversee the barnyard.
The king's on top.
Yeah, exactly,
Bingo.
exactly.
Yeah.
If I need to, guys like Pete Schrager, like he could be the GOAT. I could slaughter him and feed his meat to my family for a nice dinner that night.
Okay.
But again, I love Schrager. I love Pete Schrager. Everybody does. He's the king of New York. I'm the king of this shit. He's the king of New York. We can all be kings of something. I do take umbrage and issue with all the slander that he was putting out Cooper DeJean, who, as everyone knows, one of my favorite prospects in this draft class. As of right now, I believe I have him slotted about number 17 of the Jacksonville Jaguars. What is there that has not been said that you can say again about this kid? He's explosive, unbelievable athlete. He's long, he's rangy, great open field tackler. Yeah, he's a white guy, okay? Are we going to hold that against him?
I think you have in the past, haven't you, Mel?
We
Hasn't
have
that been something?
With Cooper DeJean? Maybe other white guys, sure. Yeah, hey, this guy's not athletic enough. He can't get it done at the next level. Didn't show me enough, whether that be, in big-time college football, Power 5 football, or, smaller conference football. Cooper DeJean showed everything he needed to show at the Power 5 level, one of the toughest defenses in the history of college football at University of Iowa. Make no mistake about it, Cooper DeJean is the great white hope, okay? He is Actual. Well said. He is the prince who was promised. Okay? I believe, again, Schrager, hey, maybe this guy's going to play safety. Maybe he. Pipe down, Pete. Okay? All right? This guy's not playing safety. He has all the requisite skills and talent, ranginess, athleticism, burst, hip movement in order to be an outside cornerback. Okay? This guy does not need to move into the box. He doesn't need to play safety. He doesn't need to play nickel. Could he do all those things? Sure, because I believe he's one of the best football players in this class. But at the same time, we're looking at a potential, 20-year pro at the cornerback position. Wow. I see, 15 to 18 Pro Bowls, maybe a couple Defensive Players of the Year, ultimately culminating with his bust being, placed right in the center of Canton in the Football Hall of Fame. That's how I feel about Cooper DeJean. If you don't feel about that way as well, personally, I think you're a bit of a dipshit. You need to go back and look at the film a little bit more.
Okay, we appreciate that, Mad Mel. Sounds like there's a little biasy there coming, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
It does sound like there's a little bit of an extra emotional.
Yeah, you can call it biasy. Sorry, I watched the film.
You're
okay?
right.
The film's doing all the talking. I'm just kind of regurgitating it, if you will.
Speaking of the film, how happy are you that draft season is almost coming to an end, or do you just get started for the next? Or have you already started for the next year? What is the rollout of the next 6 days up to the draft, and then after the draft, what is Mad Mel Kiper getting into?
Yeah, so I'll take maybe a day or two.
Oh no.
Yeah. Listen, I've had an issue with my sound guy for a couple years now.
Oh,
okay?
no. Already?
I'm going to slap. Well, I don't know if it's my sound guy or if it's that son of a bitch.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Oh,
wow.
No.
It happened. He left his mic on the other week, too.
Yeah, because when he left. We could still hear you. I don't know if you know that, if you watched it back. We could hear you when he stormed off camera. Sorry, not stormed. Walked off calmly a couple weeks ago.
Well, I'm just trying to... This fucking thing, okay? Every goddamn time I come on here, I try to, pay you guys respect. Hey, give you a couple good answers. Be a good guy, be a good teammate. And then an asshole on my end, I'm done. I'm done.
No.
Fuck it.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Every fucking time. This guy's laughing over here, making me look like an asshole. Biggest week of my life. Oh, hey, Mad Mel, that's hilarious. Hey, let's mute his mic. Let's make sure his mic cuts out. I don't know. I might not even go Detroit.
We can still hear you.
Hello?
A little bit.
You can still hear me? Here's it. Can't squeeze one. I don't want to shit in my pants, but I'm going to put this up to my butt and fart in it. That's a show.
Thank you, Mad Mel.
Love you, Mad Mel.
I hope everything works out better for you, Mad Mel. We really do.
See you next week.
Oh, my God. What an incredible. Whoa. What an incredible thing. Genuinely.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that it's draft week.
I'm worried about that sound guy, though.
What sound guy, the chair guy?
Yeah, all of them.
How about the tie guy?
Oh, my God.
The button
man. Yeah.
The glasses guy.
Yeah, whoever's holding his glasses.
All right, let's dial. Hey, let's get serious.
Yep.
Okay, let's dive in.
Biggest week of his life.
It's the biggest week of his life, but also we still got to finish the show here.
That's right.
Good luck.
He walked off. Okay, unprofessional. We won't do that.
Never.
No.
But we are excited to see Mad Mel next Thursday alongside Bill Belichick, myself, AJ Hawk, D Butch, Tone Diggs, who will be on his own set at Boston Connor, and it's a shame. Ty has to go back to Iowa. Yeah, he's got something going on with the family, so he will not be able to make it. But should be an absolute blast, and we thank Mad Mel for his contributions ahead of time because we do feel like Thursday night is probably going to be his best night. He disagreed with Bill Belichick immediately upon coming on the show today.
Shock. Couldn't believe that.
Did not.
If anything, I figured that would be the one person he might just take a look, maybe listen to, but I suppose not.
That's just not a Mad Mel thing. You know, he's been doing this 41 years, too. We got to pay respect to that. Now, back to the program. Ladies and gentlemen, from Mad Mel to an Ohio president. Ladies and gentlemen, college football national champion, Super Bowl champion, Ryder Cup winner, a man who's the all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers. His service never works whenever Mad Mel comes on.
I don't get it. No.
Ladies and gentlemen, AJ Hawk.
Yeah,
What's that all about?
Man, I wish I could connect sometime with Mad Mel, but I'm not sure I want to even jump into that fire. I saw the exit right there. That was a bit scary for people behind the scenes. You guys talked about it a little bit.
Yeah, the people that set up that camera were very rude to him, and we all knew that was a potential, you know?
Sure.
When his mic starts going out, you know, I don't think any of us could have expected that, and it really did. I mean, it ruffled his feathers a little bit.
Yeah.
It did it not?
A little bit. Well, we saw what happened at the draft last year, too, you know, dealing with those kind of issues. So, I mean, I get guys professional, you know, just wants the stuff to work. He comes on here, and we can't get it right, but we'll get it right. We'll get it right come Thursday, I'm sure. We'll be okay.
We'll figure it out. AJ, it's great to see you on this Feel Good Friday. Obviously, NHL playoffs have been set. NBA's got a couple play-in games still to happen. What's going on? I mean, the Heat, they even got anybody?
Nope. They're screwed.
And then the other game is...
of course, the Pelicans versus
Kings.
Sacramento.
How's Zion's health?
Zion's out.
He's out.
Hammy? What, hammy?
I was talking to Sam the other night, and I'm like, that's Zion. That was everything Zion. That was it right there. And then what happened was the entire thing happened. As he's taking over a game, winning a playoff game, a play-in game, the most important game against LeBron James. LeBron James! That's who Zion is. Zion, LeBron. Playoff, he goes for 40, takes over the game, just takes it over whenever it mattered. And then he's hurt, and it's like he's gone. Now we don't see him. It's like that's kind of been the whole thing.
Sucks.
Which is a bummer. Like I'm bummed out for Zion and his entire family and team and obviously everything.
Yeah, I was watching that game live when I saw he took that one to end the first half. When there was like 2.8 seconds or something, and I'm thinking, all right, he better pass. He's gonna pass this thing up. Oh, he's gonna stop and shoot from half court. Oh no, he's just gonna go all the way and make an unbelievable shot heading into halftime.
How about in the fourth quarter, whenever he was taking on the run, he had like looping.
His accuracy.
How do you stop that? I don't know how you stop it.
And then he's able to, you know, he did an oop that was just like it was everything we thought it could be.
Bingo. Yeah, it was exactly what we were expecting.
It was everything we thought it could be. Like Wemby, we're watching these highlights. It's like, okay, Wemby's everything that we thought it could be.
Yeah.
Zion, same exact thing there for a matter of 3 3/4 quarters.
Yeah.
In the biggest game. And all year, he dialed in. Remember, So I'm bummed out about it. I'm bummed out. I'm bummed out. The NFL, though, is still cooking. We're just 6 days away from the draft, and that normally means that GMs around the NFL have to talk to the media. This is one of the mandatory times. You got the combine, then you got after the season, then you got draft time. Obviously, we need to hear you chat. Down there in Jacksonville, a man who is potentially getting run out of town by his own fan base. They showed up dressed as clowns because they thought the way he and the Khan family was running the team was clown-like. Now they got Doug Peterson, Trevor Lawrence. Things are turning around. He's doing press conferences. He's more comfortable than any other GM in the history of GM press conferences.
Still got a couple of days going through. Coach and I haven't sat down and gone through the final board yet.
Excuse me.
That's awesome.
Wow, so clean.
So polite. What an adult.
Let's run that one. Let's run that back. That was mid-sentence, and at least he addressed it, unlike that, Dane
exactly. He owned it. He pretty much owned it.
Still got a couple of days going through. Coach and I haven't sat down and gone through the final board yet.
That was a deep one.
The pause.
That one went down and on.
Yes, acid reflux as it was happening.
That one down and on.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
What if someone would raise their hand? Excuse me, was that a fart or was that like a burp kind of thing? What was that?
Was that something like you went to swallow? It was a dry swallow deep down inside there. It kind of made a sound. Or was that your asshole that you just excused in the middle of your presser? That would have been fantastic if somebody asked about it. And what if this just becomes this thing? You know what? I'm sick of hiding who I really am.
Yeah.
Yeah. I rip my
fart
pants.
all over
I'm a farter.
Farting in every microphone.
It's who I am. We got that guy down in New Orleans who has no idea that he's allowed to, not
Loomis.
smack his gum while he's talking into a microphone. All right.
That's day one.
I hate the Saints because of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Same.
No doubt about it.
I hate
Absolutely hate them.
It's on Mickey.
I mean, I just had to watch the Saints win a Super Bowl against the Indianapolis Colts.
True.
Yeah.
Team that I knew pretty well on NFL Network. That's awesome. Watching those games. It was cool to see.
So fun.
I forgot we had the lead going in the fourth quarter, so maybe that's why I'm a little resentful towards the New Orleans Saints. But no, I actually like the Saints. I like their fan base. I like the city. I like the colors. I like the fleur-de-lis. I like everything about the Saints. And then I hear Mickey Loomis talking to a microphone, and I go, okay, hate this team. Can't have that.
Yeah.
If they let this guy do this for how long and nobody told him, that's an accountability issue going on.
For sure.
There's some deeper stuff happening there, AJ, if you know what I'm talking about. Now, let's go to another team in the NFL that has certainly ruffled some feathers with an agent.
Ooh.
Oh, no. Ruffled feathers with an agent. The Washington Commanders, new ownership, new leadership, new way of doing top 30 visits, even though Bill Belichick said he had done them by 12. They had 20 draft prospects in at one time. And there was a time earlier this week where Adam Schefter was telling the Trap or Dive podcast that they can go ahead and get their Jaden Daniels jerseys. Now, this morning on Get Up, after the 20-person visit, which is normally just one-on-one, even though Bill Belichick said he's done them by 12 before. Normally just one-on-one, especially at the number 2 overall pick, future of the franchise. This is what Adam Schefter had to relay from the Jaden Daniels team.
Seemed to go over too well with the agent for Jaden Daniels, Ron Butler, who sounded off on social media last night that he didn't seem particularly pleased with the process. I think Jaden Daniels thought it would be a visit with just him, meeting with the Commanders. Many people think that Jaden Daniels will wind up being the number 2 overall pick, but the Commanders essentially opened up the process.
So,
who?
His agent's not happy.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
And then does this mean Jaden Daniels? Is that why Drake May becomes all of a sudden his odds move for the number 2? Because Ron Butler, the agent, is not happy with the way Adam Peters and the new ownership over in Washington decided to do the 30 visits before the draft. AJ, what are your thoughts on all the controversy potentially brewing in Washington, or is this all bullshit?
Well, what is Mr. Butler saying? Is he trying to say if they draft him, we're not going to go there? Is that what he's trying to do? Because the team doesn't care if his agent is happy or not. The team will take whoever they want to take.
Oh, my.
It's true.
Could you fathom us on draft night and the draft spectacular with Bill Belichick there, and we have a Eli Manning situation?
Yes.
A John Elway situation? Nope, we're not going. Not for the number 1 pick. Wasn't the top pick of the draft.
No.
Number 2 overall pick. I'm not going to. I'm like.
Washington?
They took us to Top Golf.
No,
I don't want to go to Top Golf.
I wanted to go to laser tag.
Damn it.
It wasn't because it was Top Golf. Top Golf is a fantastic.
We know that.
Sure.
Top Golf. Oh, you think he was upset because it was a top?
Maybe he doesn't golf. Maybe he felt like they were putting him in a weird situation because he's never golfed before.
Well, then they'd be trying to evaluate somebody, try to figure something out, which is potentially a useful thing to have happen in the NFL if you're going to be a program quarterback. That's the spin that the Commanders will give it. But what if he was watching Drake May was just bombing balls?
Yeah, could have been.
He's like, look at this guy. He's the cock of the walk. Everybody, you put one off the back net,
yeah.
Let alone you clear one. Remember Josh Allen?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Josh Allen came down to a Topgolf down in Atlanta whenever we were doing a shoot down there with the zone at the Topgolf. He came down and put a ball out of the park, and it was like, holy shit. I couldn't even imagine if you're Adam Peters in a brand new Washington Commanders ownership, and everybody's at Topgolf, and maybe the new owner is just sitting right at one of the bays. Welcome.
Go on.
Need to see driver 9 and 7. Okay, need to see it. Let's see how this whole thing goes. Then you can go, hopefully mingle with the boys, get along with them, because we will be judging you on whether or not the boys like you over here. If you're weird, standoffish, kind of arrogant, we're going to find out. So make sure you mingle well. But right now, we need to see that driver. Go ahead. Drake May just put 2 out.
Yep.
Just so you know that. Jaden tops 2. I hate this.
Snaps the club.
If this was bowling, I would have just killed everybody. What are we even talking about here? I do wonder if that's the case, or if it's because they feel like he maybe got disrespected and not having the full, because CJ Stroud, we were told, with the Houston Texans, number 2 overall pick last year, he came in and he talked to the entire front office. He talked to the entire building. They were really, so maybe Ron Butler's like, this team isn't serious. This team isn't actually trying to, set this up in the right way. But maybe the Commanders have a lot more questions than people are giving them credit for. Maybe they are trying to do some new stuff and figure it out. But I don't like whenever an agent is the story going into a draft. They're already trying to find enough shit on all these guys so they can drop them down the draft. Don't need the suit who's supposed to be making the money ruining everything, but this might be a plan to get him out of there and get him to a place he wants to be. So I guess we have to withhold judgment at least for a little bit.
Yeah, and agents should shut up, especially around rookies when coming into the NFL. But did he say something that I missed, or is it just that emoji tweet and that is all that?
I think that's.
I hope it's just
because if that's it though, is that much that it can rattle? It can rattle this to this.
Think about Schefter. Schefter reports it then.
Bingo.
Yeah. Sounded off. Shefty said he sounded off.
That's what I mean. And all he did was tweet the.
So Schefty reporting that though means, what do we think? It was more than just that.
That he must have said something behind the scenes to the commies.
Yeah. And that was an opportunity. Yeah. We saw publicly this.
Right.
And that was justifying.
Or he said something behind the scenes to Shefty. I mean, we know agents give insiders that's their contact.
All the time.
Yeah.
That is
part of the game.
I think
it's not dirty, just how it goes.
Bill Belichick actually said that, right? The other day?
Yeah.
He said, I have never, and I don't know anybody that's ever told an agent where they're going to draft the guy at. So whenever these agents are 10 to
top
20,
10.
Top 10, you go ahead and bump that up. He said, bump that up around for whatever they say. And also, we shouldn't we? Should we just call Adam Schefter? Let's do that. Let's call Shefty.
Yeah.
Let's get to the bottom of this.
Okay. Yeah, let's do
some journalizing.
Yeah, might as well.
We had Mel Kiper on earlier breaking down, his thoughts on it all.
Well, and Shefty, unfortunately for him, he probably owes the city of Washington $250,000 for the amount of Jaden Daniels jerseys that have already been printed.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, well, somebody's got to put his feet to the fire about that, too.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm thinking about doing it because I myself, sitting at number 3 with a potential quarterback on the way, maybe I did something along those lines.
You bought a jersey.
I might have, and now all of a sudden.
Hey, think about the ripple effect, Shefty.
Yeah. How about that? You're not just screwing over one city. New England, which is a region, it's a revolution region. It's not just a state. We're talking about multiple states here that you're fucking over here. What's that about?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, shit. Yeah, I completely forgot. Wow.
Yeah, a little comfortable. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now is senior NFL insider.
My first one.
For ESPN, a man who's potentially swinging sportsbooks odds for draft picks as the days roll on. 6 days out, ladies and gentlemen, Adam Schefter. Shefty.
Yeah. Are you calling me a swinger, Pat? Are you calling me a swinger?
I don't know. I don't know what you're up to. I don't know what you guys got going on. You do your thing. Hey, swing dancing, maybe. You do look like you're potentially very agile on the dance floor. Swinger with what goes on in your relationship, I don't know. Swinging draft odds, certainly doing that, though. Certainly doing that. So let's talk about this.
Why? What is swung the odds? I'm just curious.
We don't know if it's you, but we do know that the odds have changed a little bit at the number 2 overall pick. Now, this comes from after you tell the Trapper Dive podcast, you guys can buy your Jaden Daniels jerseys.
But hold on. Can I correct something? That's completely taken out of context.
Okay.
That comment.
Okay. This is journalism.
Okay. Completely taken out of context.
Okay.
Okay. Let me say, I was on that podcast for, I don't know, 20 minutes, a half hour, and I couldn't have been more clear saying over and over that the signs point to Jaden Daniels at 2. It's tracking towards Jaden Daniels, but there's no decision. At the end of the whole podcast, as they're getting off, so we're going to see Jaden Daniels. I'm like, yeah, go buy your Jaden Daniels jersey. And now that's a report.
Yeah.
Like, that I told people to buy their Jaden. Like, that's not what I reported. I reported it's tracking towards Jaden Daniels, which it has been.
Okay.
The signs point to Jaden Daniels, which they do.
Okay.
And the Commanders are going through it after this week when, again, I think it's a situation where, from the outset, Jaden Daniels had an interest in being other places. He just has. Now the interest is, okay, what do the Commanders do about that? Do they, like, there have been plenty of players who have wanted to play elsewhere, and the teams don't care, and they just do what they do. Or if there's a team that wants him, i.e. a team that used to essentially have a coach that worked him in college, then they have to trade for him. So what do they want to do?
Okay, so hold on, though. So we would like to say we apologize for amplifying the one throwaway comment at the end. But you need to know, as Adam Schefter, you say something like that, it is going to swing some thoughts. Hundreds of thousands of dollars of jerseys are bought. And also in New England,
how about that?
There's a bunch of jerseys bought. It's like, well, Jaden's going 2. That means Drake's going 3. This whole thing's got figured out. But that's the power you have.
I still think that Jaden Daniels is the favorite to go number 2. I still think that.
Okay. What about the agent? Is the agent just working to try to get him out of that pick, or what do you think's happening there?
We saw the agent tweeted the other night, essentially, that he tweeted all these emoji signs, and I think what happened there, let's be honest, is that Jaden Daniels was not particularly enthralled to be included in a speed dating group of quarterbacks. I think that he thought it would be basically by himself. He thought he would be going in there, and then shortly before the visit found out that Michael Penix Jr. is going in, Drake May's going in, J.J. McCarthy's going in. And so the dynamics change. Again, I point to the Bears. The Bears brought in one quarterback, Caleb Williams. One guy. They didn't bring in 4 guys. They didn't bring in 4 guys at once. They brought in one quarterback. They sent a message. This is our guy. The Commanders get to do whatever they want to do. It's their team.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah, that's kind of that's kind of the angle that I think a lot of us, as soon as we saw the tweet that you saw, we're like, oh, shut up, dude. Like,
but by the way, the Commanders had the 2nd pick. They don't have the 1st pick. So now we all expect that Caleb Williams is going 1, but he still hasn't. So you have to act as if anything could still happen. The Commanders are in a great position of power. But it's not number 1. It's number 2. And we, again, all expect Caleb Williams. So,
Jaden, what if this is a compliment, Jaden? What if they think you're going number 1, actually, to Chicago, and they're thinking maybe we're going to have to take one of these other quarterbacks. We'll have him in here with – now, you think everybody's on the same page. It's Caleb. But Washington, if they wanted to spin this to the agent and be like, oh, relax, this is a compliment to Jaden. We actually think there's a chance he goes number 1. We're either going to bring in Caleb, who we already like. Mm-hmm. He's from here. We know him. Everybody will love him. Or we're going to bring in one of these other guys. So we had to bring him in. Had to see how it was. Is that what they're saying? Or are they saying this is how we're going to do things and this is our draft process? Sorry you don't like it. Because Bill Belichick said he's brought in 12 guys at one time before. Adam Peters worked for Belichick back in 2003, I think. So it's not abnormal, I guess, but I never heard of it before this particular situation. How do you think both sides are, how are the Commanders describing it? And is Ron Butler just trying to work his guy out of a team?
Well, I think that the Giants, again, just as an example, many teams bring in many players at a group on one day. The Giants had all 3 elite wide receivers, Marvin Harrison Jr., Roma Dunze, and Malik Neighbors, all on the same day. They had quarterbacks all on the same day. Teams do that. Everybody's got a different approach. You could decide what you believe is the right one or the wrong one. I think in this particular case, by the sense of Ron Butler's emojis, I don't think that Jaden was particularly pleased with the way that was handled.
Okay.
Again,
he
that's
stinks
how
at
I
golf.
believe.
That's what we're thinking. Yep. We're thinking there's a chance he stinks at golf. We're thinking he topped a couple, Drake put a couple out.
No one wants to be exposed for being a poor driver at Top Golf, when you're on a visit like that.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
You don't want that.
It's embarrassing.
But Jaden's an athlete. We assume he will have that figured out.
Yeah.
We assume Jaden.
Come on, we watched him play last year. He's a stud.
All right. Hey, we appreciate the hell out of you for taking this call in the middle of the airport. Thank you for clarifying some things.
No, I'm glad to clarify those things. Again, let's be very clear. Caleb's going to go number 1. I still think Jaden will go number 2, but there's maneuvering going on, and we're not done with the maneuvering. I still think he's the favorite to go number 2. Okay, the Jersey part. Let's listen to the full podcast, and then we'll see where the rest of the picks go. But it's going to be a fascinating week. And I will also say, I love Mel Kiper. Mel's like, this is the most fascinating draft that I've ever seen. And I think Mel said that about 37 of the previous 40 drafts.
Well, he loves it. He's jacked up. We know that's why we
all are. We all are.
You're the best. Ladies and gentlemen, Adam Schefter. Thank you, buddy. Travel safely, Schefter. Travel safely. Travel safely.
So they're trading out.
But he acts like is he saying that the Raiders are going to try to come get him?
Daniels is going to, but he's not going to Washington. That's what it sounds like.
But also, if we just want to go down that vein, which everything's fodder right now, he said Jaden Daniels is still a favorite to go there, whatever the case is. They're looking at all those other quarterbacks because they might be back in the
exactly.
They might do the Cardinals like what the Cardinals did last year, where they trade out and then they trade back up because they traded the number 3 so the Texans could take Anderson, and then they traded back up to take Paris Johnson to tackle.
Whoa, because you're probably gonna get a lot to get up to number 2.
Yeah, especially if it's a team like that who's in the teens.
And you can bundle.
Yeah, like the Vikings 11 and 23 now. Probably is that a better offer than 13? Absolutely, unless they add in one of their corners. Like if Devontae Adams is in the trade for the Raiders, that is huge.
That would be a gangster first draft for Adam Peters.
Yes, it would.
Trading out of 2.
Get a bunch of firsts.
Get your quarterback that you potentially have sold yourself on
first
being
next year too. Won't you have to get a first next year too?
Oh yeah,
definitely. That would be a gangster. That would be a first draft like Hall of Fame situation. Get out of 2. Get out of the number 2 overall pick. Garner picks for the future and for the current draft that we're definitely going to need, while also getting the quarterback that you have sold your entire building on that you want. Because they're talking about Penix, Bo Nix. Who knows what's going to happen with JJ? Like, what if they're like, we're okay with one of these guys? There's Penix to go in the first round is -130, right? Isn't that what it is? It's not like a That's a first round thing. So what if Penix is potentially the one that everybody
something's going to happen, right? There's going to be someone's going to take one of those handful of guys before you, like we thought they might go, and that's going to throw everything off. Hopefully, that's why, as Mel says, this is going to be an interesting draft.
Well, for 37 years you've been saying, but this time he means it. He got a little extra pumpkin pie this time. But the maneuvering going on behind the scenes, it's like, what's that, Shefty?
If Washington, so I didn't hear Shefty said. It's been, rumored that Jaden might not want to play in Washington. I don't know. Is that something I haven't heard?
Raiders, allegedly. Antonio Pierce was with him in Arizona State. Obviously, the Raiders need a quarterback. This would be a hell of a time for them. He wants to go play for them.
He was on that IG Live where, I think it was Malik Neighbors, actually, who said, I can tell people where you're going to, reunite with one of your good friends. And then from that, everyone was like, oh, he's talking about Antonio Pierce, of course, because they're good buddies from Arizona State.
Isn't that wild to think that there is probably, if this deal happens, it would have to have come together over a long period of time because there's going to be a lot of shit.
Yeah.
This isn't a 5-minute negotiation here for the number 2 overall pick for a franchise with a brand new owner, brand new GM, brand new era. The first thing they do is we need a quarterback, right? Yep. All right, we're getting out of this number 2 overall position. And we're going back because we know exactly what this team and who this team wants. So if it's not him, okay, we are okay with any of these 3 guys that we brought in. And if they're available at 7, 8, 9, if we're able to get there, what a wild night it could be on Thursday. The draft spectacular is about to be electric. I believe from 7:30 with the draft spectacular kickoff all the way through. We have a chance for real fireworks in this thing.
Oh, yeah, huge. And the other thing with the Raiders, and you guys can probably speak more on this, but first-year GM. So Telesco, all those guys on the roster, minus the guys that they picked up in the offseason, they're not his guys technically, and we talk about that a lot where a GM wants to put their own stamp on the team, and trading Devontae Adams isn't a move that Telesco you said he would make. He actually said he's a Raider. He's going to be a Raider. But isn't that kind of part of it too? Like if they do have to give up a big piece aside from a Crosby or Devontae, like would he be more willing to do that than say the Vikings and Kwesi because of the fact that he's got some of his guys in there already?
I don't know. I wonder with the Al Davis and the Raider way thing that they're been pushing.
Yeah.
If you trade out some guys that are Raiders, that sends a message too.
Yeah.
That we're not doing
for sure.
They could just do Bub Spillane for number 2 overall. Like I think that'd get.
Oh, you got the deal done.
They're talking about it. I thought.
Bub Spillane for that. I mean,
Washington might have to throw in more.
I was going to say, for Terry and Terry McLaurin.
Caleb Williams got to be grinning like the butcher's dog right now.
How come?
Everyone talked shit on him, said he was going to do this.
That's true.
For how long?
You're right, but Jaden's not really doing. Yeah. Imagine if they're not able to get a deal done, and then draft night comes and John Elway situation pops off.
Yeah, do they just take Drake May if they're worried about that? Or they're like, all right, let's just not deal with this. Like, let's just take Drake.
So the number 2 overall pick odds moving. Remember, number 2 overall pick doesn't mean Commanders.
Right.
No.
Although the Commanders said they're comfortable, didn't they?
They did yesterday.
Yeah.
They're literally comfortable with
They don't see a lot of scenarios.
Yeah.
Where they're trading out.
But
everybody's
could
lying.
all be bullshit.
Yeah, and then it feels like it's changed. That came out like in the morning. It feels like obviously it's changed since then.
Well, that's just strictly because we know Schefter knows people everywhere.
Yeah.
And
it's got to make it easier for the Commanders, doesn't it, to try to move out or move off of Jaden if they do get a sense that he doesn't really want to be there too.
Well, there's been a lot of, I mean, no offense to Jaden Daniels. I don't want him to take any. I hope he plays very well. But the NFL has been very good without you. And the NFL will be very good whenever you're done in the NFL. And that's always my big thing about like these guys who've not done shit in the NFL acting as if they're going to hold the NFL hostage. It's like, no, you're not. If like you just were not to play next year, if somebody's drafted, nobody would care. The ratings would be just as good. The NFL would be just as healthy. It would be A-okay. Now, if there is an actual business move to be made, let alone the whole this thing and the agent doing it, and the Raiders come up and get him, it's like now the expectations are what they are for Jaden Daniels. New ownership or Raiders, new GM, new era, and also we gave away 3 first-round picks for this. We're leveraging the future for this guy. We saw with Trey Lance. That's how he was kind of talked about the entire time is what was given up to go get him. It'll be the same exact thing for Jaden here, regardless of how it goes.
Well, and also you look at Washington, could be like the flip side. Like, hey, remember the last time we were in this position and we leveraged the future to go get a quarterback and it didn't work. Like, maybe we try the other option. But I feel like people also with this situation, they always like the caveat is like, well, Eli did it. It's like, well, Eli is from the NFL's royal family. Like, it's a little bit different when your brother is the best quarterback in the NFL and people are just like, yeah, this guy's going to be a Hall of Famer. His dad was the first overall pick. So was his brother. Like, there's a little bit more.
It sucks, but it's reality.
Exactly. It's just the way it goes. So, like, for people saying these guys, like, I understand he won the Heisman, but, like, he's not afforded the same situation. He's not in the same situation as Eli is. Like, so it's not.
And John Elway was before that, I believe, when it happened. And they were calling him Hall of Famer his freshman year of high school.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, not that Jaden isn't going to be special. I like watching Jaden Daniels play
for
football.
sure.
That's why it feels as much as this, it could be all the agent. This is the time where a team might be like, hey, Jaden Daniels is causing a lot of problems off the field
this
for the
guy,
Commanders.
not fun.
Yeah, I don't think you want to mortgage the future on a guy like this because of the fact that he might just not show up.
It's all bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
until it's not.
Yeah.
Until it's not. Yeah,
saying that and then being like, with that being said, we'll give you 3 first-round picks to come up and get it.
And a player. It'll be with Bill there.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
He's going to know.
Because, he has pretty close. I mean, Adam Peters, you do his research, was with the Patriots.
Yeah.
I think 2003 or something.
All these trades that we're talking about, RG3, what's his name? Trey Lance. Like, he was in the league when all that was happening.
I cannot wait to hear his take on it. Well, we were getting calls and I don't want to do any of that.
Well, that's what I do want to know. If he was ever going to trade up.
Peters was with the Patriots from 03 to 08.
Okay, yeah. So I'd say they know. I'll be excited. How about when the Patriots make their pick?
Oh, dude, I know. I'm very interested to see how that goes.
He'll be football business. Happy for them. Move along. Right to the who's fourth?
Yeah,
Do we trade for the fourth overall pick?
I think he's a Wolf fan just because Wolf he's from a football family. His dad was in the Packers, all that shit.
Okay, good. Thank you to today's sponsor, SeatGeek, the best ticket app on planet Earth and the moon. Plus, they have this beautiful ticker that we've been, it goes out every once in a while. You see that every once in a while. Stop. What's that all about?
I don't know.
What is that all about?
It's not SeatGeek's fault. I know that. SeatGeek, anything SeatGeek's part of it is good. No, I think it's the tech. It's the tech. It's the tech.
They throttle it sometimes. They do.
And anytime you blame tech, it's good because there's nobody really to blame.
No.
So normally the tech is the one that ends up at the end of the point fest.
Yep.
Then it goes right to that one.
Tech.
Well, who's that? Well, it's
the tech.
It's just the cloud. So
Yeah.
you want to go yell at the clouds?
Go ahead.
But other than that, what SeatGeek provides us is not just an incredible ticker every single day and a great partnership, but they also provide tickets to every single event that is happening at the best price. Or if it's not the best price, they'll tell you with a little red dot next to it. Say, hey, you can get a better ticket somewhere else.
Smart.
They're very transparent. They're authentic. They're the best. And right now, use the code McAfee30, MCAFEE30 to get $30 off your tickets. That's $30 off with code McAfee30. Restrictions apply. We'll be back on Monday. Have an incredible weekend. You are the greatest people on earth. Cheers. Right on.
Yeah.
Scores.
Oh, yeah.
Bang.
Homers
only.
Like Paul.
Teeing up a Paul Skenes fastball.
Well, I was thinking of Paul Skenes right here because that's where he was at.
That is a
Dude,
big guy.
the hoss.
Holy smoke.
Huge.
Wow.
Lumbering male.
Legs.
Yeah, his lower
Fucking massive.
Yeah.
And he said he caught up to his body or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Only like the last
How do
few
you,
years.
how do you throw so hard? He's like, I don't know. I just throw hard.
He said it's only been the last few years too, so hopefully that means all the wear wasn't.
Plenty of
Yeah, that's good for him.
said
Yeah, it's got
last
to be a
year.
great thing for him.
3 to 4 outings with 120 pitches, and his arm felt good after.
Yeah, he said during it felt good.
Yeah.
Well, he said he played catcher growing up too, and that's what he thought. So he probably wasn't one of those guys who only pitched and was throwing, all the time. Like he was catching a lot.
As I saw, I think 2022 when he was playing in the Cape Cod League, I believe he won the John Olerud dual player or double player. So
he won the Johnny?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he wasn't just a pitcher. He's out there doing it all.
What's it called?
The Johnny. I mean, everyone.
But full name. What's the birth name of that award?
Well, it's kind of like a Tuaraton situation. It's kind of just the Johnny, but
He literally just said it. You don't even remember it.
No. I do. It's what's the point?
Olerud, dude.
You know John Olerud.
He used to wear a helmet. He wore a helmet
Of course
at first
I
base.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, dog, like Peter Cech. Come on.
Great goalie. Yes, that's a good call.
I think he actually played with Randy Johnson.
He did.
Yeah.
He's so big, that Skenes guy. So big. How about him being a catcher? What?
Yeah.
How is
too
that
big.
even?
It's too big to be
It
a
sucks
catcher.
for the ump.
I appreciated his take on the, just the automatic box, the strike box, strike zone thing. He's like, I used to be a catcher. There's a job.
I hadn't thought of that at all. That is like a big
me
deal.
either.
Yeah,
Dude,
you're
Framing pitches is
Yeah.
a real thing.
It's the first thing I thought the other day when they were talking about the strike zone. Like framing pitches is I don't know, 90% of the catcher's job.
Legit.
and they're just taking it away completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get a baboon to go sit back there. Just put the glove up. Have the Indianapolis Zoo provide one of the chimpanzees, put a glove on it, have it sit back there, hit that thing right in screws, and then the umpire can throw it back because the umpire ain't doing shit either.
That's right.
The
Yeah.
umpire's just being told if it's a ball or a strike.
The chimp can throw it back. That chimp can throw that thing back.
Well, the
I
problem
think
is
one, they can
some of
catch,
them-
they can't throw. That's why we've always been one step ahead of them. One either can throw or catch. You need two chimps maybe because we need a catching chimp and then we need a throwing chimp. That's why we've always been able to put them in cages as opposed to them put us in cages.
Correct.
Yeah, but if you release one of those chimps to come and play catcher, that thing is hightailing it to South America, back to the jungle as fast as it can because it does not want to live there.
Then it earned it. Well, they got this new walking tunnels for these chimpanzees. They could just tour the entire zoo.
I bet those smell great.
Really?
Yeah.
They don't care.
I mean, chimps aren't shy. They are
they
very
look-
clean.
You mean like hamster tunnels, like up above you? They walk around.
Yeah, there it is. This is what we're talking about. This is what we've
Yeah.
been talking
So
about.
you're telling me he can't throw that ball back?
He can catch it. He's a catching one. I can tell.
So you
just
got to
by-
have two. Then all right, then we get two of those guys back there.
Yeah, we need a throw chimp and a catch chimp.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden we can figure it out from the Indianapolis Zoo. But it's not about smell. It's about them. They're just wandering around town. They got like aerial tunnels, I guess.
see those. Yeah.
They're walking over. They're walking
Cool.
over the drafts, poking.
Yep. Pooping on them.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Puking.
They love doing that.
Yeah, that's what chimps do in the Indianapolis Zoo. It's pretty good.
Wow. I need to check that out.
Dude, it's a great zoo.
You guys got a zoo too. Columbus has a good zoo, right?
Oh yeah, Jack Hanna. Yeah, it's a great zoo right here.
Indianapolis Zoo is a good zoo. It's big.
It's legit. Yeah.
It's a good zoo.
Is that old orangutan still hanging out, almost dead?
Rocky.
Whoa.
Rocky looks very lively every time I've seen him.
Every time I've seen him in person too, he is not. He's just a curmudgeon.
He is.
What do you want?
He likes to fuck
He's got
with the kids.
He's got
too.
a 4x4 box to live in. He feels good.
He's got a big glass box.
Well, it's not that big for how big he is.
Both time I've been there, he loves to scare the kids. Like my daughter will be up against a class and he'll just come.
I'm fucking miserable. Come here. Hey.
Hope you're happy. You're gonna live my life now.
Yeah.
All right. Rocky, you've done good. Rocky was in a Fergie music video.
That's pretty sick.
Rocky has obviously done a draft pick for the Indianapolis Colts.
Yep.
And Rocky can draw a star if he.
He's showing off there.
Is that the
With his
cocaine
mouth?
they feed the
No, the
orangutans,
lady
or-
orangutans are watching him
flip his tongue.
What that tongue
He
do?
can tie cherry.
do the alphabet.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Does the old cherry trick. Ties the
Spell
thing
it
to the
out,
tongue.
Joe.
Yeah. All right.
Drives him wild.
Stop by Indianapolis Zoo sometime. My wife and daughter go there a lot.
It's great.
Good zoo.
Because my wife got season passes. And it's like such a good thing for Mackenzie to walk around.
Oh, yeah.
She pounds on the aquarium. She's walking when you're holding her hands.
There we go.
She's big stepping too. I mean, she's big stepping.
Striding out.
Big stepping. Yeah, it's like, we got to slow down a little bit, don't you think? Nope, we're going back to the okay. All right.
That's awesome.
And when she's crawling, she is beating the shit out of the ground. I mean, we are moving. She might be watching those. Might be those chimpanzees a little bit too much.
Could be.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you may
Does
wanna-
she have a wide gate?
She's throwing turds.
Well, actually, she pissed on bed this morning because we're trying to change the diaper, and when it was off, she felt free and she let it go.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna happen.
I get it.
She doesn't like getting her diaper changed on the changing table anymore, so that's become a full thing. She can roll over. She can try to jump out. She can scream.
Gator roll.
She has realized, and she's so strong. I've tried to hold her.
Oh, no, they're
so strong.
Yeah, insanely strong.
What's her deal?
I don't know.
I've literally asked a couple of them, like, what's your deal? How are you? I should be able to just put you down here.
Kind of like a chimpanzee.
No. They get something in their hands, you try to get it away. It's
No
like,
way.
Your grip strength is...
Chest hair?
Oh, yeah.
Chest hair and skin, too,
Yep.
sometimes?
You bet.
Necklace.
Hair. Actual hair.
She hasn't gone for my hair yet.
Oh.
Getting in there, huh?
Yeah, it hurts.
Right now, we got to get her she's on a soft thing, but it can't be the changing table to change diaper without full-on
scene
dramatics.
Sure.
The whole song and dance. So this morning it was the bed, and it was awesome. It was a good time, and then she just was like, "Oh, this looks nice. I'm gonna mark this territory." Pissed all over.
Yep.
Learning too much from Chuck.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That might be what it is.
Yeah, her and Val tight. Her and Chuck not so much.
Well, that's good.
She ride Chuck around? Can she ride his back?
No,
Chuck's struggling.
Chuck is A-okay.
Boy, look, I was just there, and I was videotaping Chuck strictly to watch his legs go. Come
on.
After
Just got out of the cold tub.
No, unfortunately, the cold tub is that lying down on the ground.
Yeah, he
Is
just
that
got out of the
Chuck's
cold tub. That's why he was cold.
boy? Because he'll get up for a good 10, 15 seconds, and then right away, oh fuck, I wait too much, dude.
No.
Yeah, I
what
respect
you're seeing is him flexing his muscles for you. So it's involuntary spasms of
okay.
the thigh and of the calf.
He's kind of showing off to the crowd
Because he's been
He has
trying
a-
to support that weight all day, or
Well, he has a little bit more space between gut and ground now.
Oh, nice.
Does he?
Which tells us
good
that a
for
little
Chuck.
bit more now. Yeah, remember he was a scraper. He
Yeah.
was,
Yeah.
he was scraper. We have the fattest corgi on earth, the biggest corgi to ever exist.
by far,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
How much does he weigh, do you think?
280
Oh,
up there.
he's only like 12 inches, 8 inches tall.
Exactly. Think about that. for a second.
Well, he does look taller now once again because his gut
Sure. Yep.
is off of that. But those
Push
little,
them up.
those little tiny legs, I don't know how they're supposed to sport a dog.
Well, they're not.
I don't even know how they're supposed to sport any dog, normal sized dog. I don't know about Chuck and how that's going to exist, but yeah, Chuck is certainly.
Can
Yeah,
Chuck swim?
Look at that brick shit house.
Yeah,
Holy.
Chuck can't float, obviously, as we look at him. You see him?
Well, he might be able to get a couple steps off the deck.
Yeah, Chuck's big. Chuck's a big boy.
Chuck,
That's a round mound, my friend.
Chuck is.
That's yeah.
Go ahead.
No, it's not filtered or anything, right?
Horizontal.
No Photoshop here. This is
It's all Chuck.
Chuck looks much leaner now, though. I feel like this is what, Christmas time?
It's a bad angle of him.
That's holiday weight.
It is. Why would you? Yeah.
I mean, this wasn't me. You should see the videos I got.
Anyways, Chuck is also a stubborn prick. So that's good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's a really good thing. The amount of times I just got to look at him and just give him a little boop.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want to move out of Mackenzie's way.
Sure.
Like, hey, she's crawling, but he wants to stand right in front, and he acts as an entire gate, and he doesn't move. And I'm like, move. And doesn't move.
I fucking can't. You made me too fat, motherfucker. What do you mean move? I don't want to be here.
No,
Make him lay in front of the stairs, though, especially she gets more mobile, like a baby gate. You don't.
Oh.
She attempted to jump off the bed, first time of this happening, and then she didn't learn it at all. She wanted to do it again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she just was like, give me all. Yeah. She seems to be a little bit of a. Are they all Evil Knievel like? They all just don't have a.
My daughter definitely is. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So that's what we signed up for, I guess.
Yeah, that's what we did.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
Let's get to a break. We'll go to a rumor mill, and then we'll go into the greatest weekend of all time. AJ.
Who we going to in the rumor mill?
Donnie Don Don. Yeah, it's the only person we know.
That's right.
There's a lot of things, that we've been
So many things.
We've been trying to, see. We want because Donnie Don Don, he's tough to get a hold of.
It is.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you kind of wonder, what has he heard about? And what will he get wrong? What will he misunderstand about what's going on as he lives down in a rumor mill with the boys? I'll be excited to find out.
Same.
What do you think, Ty? You think there's going to be a little, you think Donnie Don Don's going to throw some gas today or no?
I think Donnie Don Don only throws gas.
Yeah, that's what I've recognized.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm guessing he's going to be 105, 106 right on the block.
Paul Skenes.
Yeah, bingo.
We have 2 Paul Skenes on today.
Yeah.
Or Mad Mel.
Speaking of,
Through some heat. What's up?
Russ Wilson throwing first pitch today at the Buccos game, full uniform, taking BP, probably playing shortstop for the game as well. So
That's what you're wishing for. Is that actually happening?
I think it's probably actually happening.
Well, the first pitch is actually happening.
Okay. What time?
If I know Russ, full uniform's probably happening.
Full football uniform, you mean? Helmet and everything?
Baseball, obviously.
That'd be so.
But he also has the flip up and flip down glasses.
Yeah,
need them
because in Pittsburgh,
eye black.
Yeah, Pittsburgh, easy
Big
come,
league
easy
chew.
go with the sun.
Baseball bottom, football top.
Definitely big league chew. Yeah, not the
There
other.
we go. Baseball bottom, football top.
Yep.
Yeah,
That would be so sweet. Get the big Barry Bonds cross earring too.
Before we get to a break, let's turn on the music. Ladies and gentlemen, Brandon Ayuk has posted on his Instagram story. He is FaceTiming with.
That's Jaden Daniels, I believe.
I do not know.
I am 90% sure that is Jaden Daniels.
I mean, that is half a face,
Yep.
blurry at the bottom.
Yep.
Ayuk, can we get a little bit more context?
Please.
He said, brother said we got 6 days and it's fireworks.
Oh, so he's pumped about the draft spectacular.
Yeah, because
I think so. If Bill Belichick's going to be co-hosting a draft spectacular.
Yeah.
Or they're saying big trade coming or big trade coming.
Yeah, either one.
Oh, my God.
Which, I mean,
See, this is so weird.
I'm trying not to go 6 to midnight, but think about the wide receivers that have been traded for 2nd and 5th round picks. Think about a team who has the top of the 2nd round where there will still be a lot of great receivers, and think about the team that has a top 3 pick that could get Jaden Daniels. I mean, I'm just saying, sure, both of them could easily end up with the Raiders somehow, but boy, oh boy, there's really one team sitting pretty that can get both of these guys if possible. And that would be the New England Patriots.
Okay.
So I did a search on the internet.
Could you imagine Bill Belichick on the program?
Yeah.
While the Patriots are doing all of that, if that is the case, there's a lot of different teams I think that would be interested in all parties.
Oh, definitely.
I did an internet search. You're the only one saying that's Jaden Daniels. I'm not saying it's not.
Who is it?
It may be his brother, because it does say
Brothers.
Brothers. Oh, so an actual brother.
Okay.
Which
Brother said, we got 6 days and it's fireworks.
they do call each other.
Figure that out pretty quick.
his agent, though. There's a lot of mixed. His agent's been on Twitter saying, like, he's not going anywhere.
His agent's been saying he's not going anywhere?
Ayuk's, yeah.
What do you mean?
I just sent him one of them.
Ayuk.
And then Ayuk goes to his Instagram story and says 6 days we got fired. He's excited for the draft.
Yeah.
Let's get to a break.
Okay.
Brother, thank you.
Yeah.
They kind of They're close to the point where they do say
They are
that
close,
they are
yeah.
brothers.
Could be.
Arizona State and then all that shit. Jaden Daniels was at the San Francisco NFC Championship game in the locker room.
So at this point on the internet, blurry half face lower right corner has not been identified or has been identified?
Not. It would be very impressive if Connor was the one.
I'm pretty confident in
The hair and facial hair
is Jaden Daniels.
kind of a match.
Yeah. Teeth, everything.
Okay.
Go back.
Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back.
Oh, okay.
Could be.
Let's go back.
Could be.
And their connection is from college.
Yeah.
You might be right.
I mean,
I'm willing to.
How come he couldn't just tell us though, too? You know?
Yeah. Tag him.
what is fireworks? What does that mean?
Boo, boo, Zambelli.
Shots.
Explosives. That type of stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, someone just sent in a photo of them too, on the field together.
Brother said we got 6 days and it's fireworks.
That doesn't mean they're both on the same team.
No, it just means 6 days and shit spots pop off, dude. So this
Yeah.
is now, if that is Jaden Daniels, which, hey, I will be on board with.
Mm-hmm.
Neighbors has said something.
Yep.
Ayuk has now said something. And these are people he's very tight with, right?
Yep.
Somebody knows something.
There are a couple of Jaden Daniels now out there.
Something's going on.
I mean, what are we talking about? I've been staring at two photos for the last 4 months, and one of them was Jaden Daniels and the other was Drake May. I know what these fucking guys look like.
Let's get to a break. That's a big deal on the IG stories.
It is.
Had Schefter saying, if you look at the emojis, you'd say. And now we're looking at IG stories and we're saying, whoa, 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 whoa,
That's
whoa,
the
whoa.
draft. That's why we love it.
It's draft season.
And that's why we love it.
Sometimes you know.
Sometimes you don't know.
And sometimes we know that we don't know, but it's fun to think we maybe do know.
Bingo. And that's why we love it.
Let's get to a break. We'll see you in about 5 with a rumor mill check-in. And then maybe we'll call Rap Sheet. Maybe a weekly wrap-up of Rap Sheet and Friends. Just cold call rap.
Okay.
Yeah.
See if
It's almost golf season, right? We got to get them now.
Well, it's Harry Potter Pez dispenser season.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's get to a break. Be a friend, tell a friend. Remember?
Post-draft,
Yeah,
do those things.
I vaguely remember. Is he a big Pez guy?
Massive
The
Pez
biggest.
guy.
I think it would be
Pez Museum.
Yeah.
Oh, he like collects these things.
AJ, what happens? Are you here? It feels like
I
sometimes.
wasn't here. Well, I don't think I was here when he talked about the Pez thing. I think he referenced it
vacation.
later.
Sure.
I didn't know how
of
serious.
course.
I didn't know how serious he was about the old Pez deal.
Nah, I think he's like
Locked in.
season member.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Season
Okay,
pass.
cool.
Yeah.
Hey, we all.
He
everyone's got
FaceTimed with Jude,
interest.
actually, put the same thing on his IG story. Brother, 6 days from now, we got fireworks.
And that's the Pez dispenser.
Pez dispensary.
9 days from today.
Excuse me.
Yeah, because after the draft.
Yeah.
Let's get to a break.
Jude's losing his fucking
Something's
mind.
happening too, huh?
Sounds like it.
Maybe.
Let's get to a break.
I mean, if they were smart, they just, go back to 3.
You guys are gonna go up?
Just swap 2 and 3 if you're worried.
Easy deal.
Why not? Well, we'll give you next year's 4th.
All right, be a friend, tell a friend something nice that might change your life. Take 5.
Hello, Mountaineer Land. I'm Pat McAfee, your kicker and punter.
Pat McAfee made a superb open field tackle near midfield. Pick up the Bulldogs' drive on a 2nd and 6.
Nice cut. We have the wheels. The kicker did it again. The second week in a row, Pat McAfee saves further damage. And look at that, Pat McAfee getting major props on the sideline.
Iglesias turns the corner across midfield. McAfee in his way. And Iglesias is wrapped up by the kicker at the 33.
What an honor. What a dream. Being a part of game day was a joke. Being on the field for this is a joke. We continue to live the dumbest life of all time. What a time to be alive. Let's enjoy the hell out of this weekend in 2023 as well. We are live from an empty Mercedes-Benz Stadium. All the off-season workouts, all the sickness, all the puking, all the commitment, all the dedication. We got 4 teams left, Coach. What's the vibe of that locker room getting ready for this game?
We're going to swing as hard as we can in this game, and CJ's our leader, and he's going to lead the way.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we're going to try to make the most dumb television on earth this evening live from this field right here in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Darius Butler, 9-year NFL vet, played at UConn. That team stinks, but they're coming back. Stanford Steve here. And this man right here wearing a Wolf t-shirt underneath a sport coat. He works for me full time. But what are you excited about this evening, Connor?
I mean, Pat, like you said, I have the IQ of a goldfish, so I'm not really taking all this in strictly because there's so much. The moment is huge.
You know where you make your money. In this college level is the red area. Georgia number 1. 120 is where Ohio State is ranked, which is nuts.
Max Duggan is a dog.
Let Duggan cook.
Connor,
good job, guys.
There it is. Boys. Kirk, we say dumb stuff on the internet every day.
You guys be out there, Coach.
See if he can cover him.
In the boots.
Clear on you guys.
Connor, you're on ESPN.
How about it?
Didn't say fuck, didn't say shit. I was close, but I didn't do it.
That's a win. That's a win.
That's electric.
Look at this. Look at this.
Hey, Coach, I don't know if you headbutted one of your guys or not, but
Hey, cut yourself shape.
you are awesome.
I got a 6-year-old son, man. I mean, it's
They're going to have to rely upon those dogs. Cade Stover, the tight end for Ohio State.
Yeah, number 8.
He's like 4th generation farmer. Sponsored by John Deere.
Yeah.
Okay, and they don't just put that deer on anybody.
Hey.
Yes. There's going to be billionaires barking. Okay, there's going to be billionaires barking. Grown folks in khakis barking in unison. Wow.
So much to learn. That's got to become a thing next year. No, I'm serious. This close to go. Can't do that.
Yeah, that was great.
You all right? You all right? You all right? Yeah, help him up. Help him up.
Spill anything?
Nope. You spilled your phone.
Could have been worse. Could have been much worse.
The college football playoffs are about to kick off in Phoenix, Arizona. Oh. My name is Peyton Manning. That's an Ohio fucking wet dream, not just a dream, Did you see A.Q. Shipley stacked on top of Cube, on top of Cole? I feel a shot coming. Sound like Taylor. Oh, I told you!
I gotta go.
To the bathroom? Let's go, baby. Wait a minute. Congratulations. And the encore this evening is the reigning, defending, undisputed national champions in a home bout against the Ohio State Buckeyes. I'm joined by Darius J. Butler. Then we have the face of Ohio State, A.J. Hawk, Boston Connor, Kai Schmidt. And A.J. drove down here in a Sprinter van. His son puked twice on the way down here, broke an iPad, had the windows bashed in this morning. Just on the streets of Atlanta here. If Ohio State loses, would you jot this down as the worst trip of all time for you and your
We
family?
love adversity, Pat. We love adversity in Ohio.
In the end zone, Marvin! Oh, Marvin!
It is so loud.
You can't hear a thing.
Marvin Harrison Jr. ran how many routes, Connor?
I think he had a post, then he had a corner, then he had another post in the end zone.
Tough to guard. Might see everything.
This guy is all about ball. He is all business.
All ball, all the time.
Tunnel screen. And it goes right up the middle. Tunnel screen right there.
Looks like he's about 7'9", 550. He looks 2 feet bigger than everyone else out there.
D-Butt, look at his dome. Look at his dome.
Look at him. Oh, look at him. One-on-one over there. Oh!
Grab that thing. Touch the ball, touch the ball, touch the ball, touch the ball.
We'll throw it back to the ref. Give that.
Throw that thing, sling that thing, and go by his ball.
Let me punch it.
What a run. Uh-oh. Again. There go that man again. Back to tight end. Deep shot.
He's got him.
Are we live right now? And that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Fours up. Put your fours up. Oh, that's coming right to me. That's short.
Any thought of like a fake punt direct snap here, Pat?
That would be awesome. There it is. There it is. Time.
No. They call timeout. What happened?
The timeout on the fake punt in the fourth quarter is being described by a lot of people as maybe the greatest timeout in the history of college football.
You know, we've had 2 punts faked on us this year. We are very aware and know that people are going to try to steal possessions.
Connor, what quarter is it?
I believe, Pat, if I check my left hand, it is the fourth quarter.
Snap down, hold good. Kick is.
Looks good. Get it, catch it. Yeah.
What a kick to put the Buckeyes up 6.
Well, I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge your great catch under the goalpost. I want you to know when I saw you make that, I thought for a second, is he going to return it? I had envisions of kick 6 when you caught that ball, so don't do that to us anymore. But
Jackson takes a shot to the corner. Touchdown! And if you didn't know who we were before our show, yes, every day it is somehow this time. Wow, what a game. Let's put on a great performance. It was a good time, man. From all of us to all of you, Happy New Year. Enjoy the hell out of your evening. Everybody's got Bryce Young, Will Levis, and Will Anderson above C.J. Stroud, allegedly.
Lock him in.
We will 1,000,000% continue to drive that narrative.
That is right.
Because with what my eyes seen, AJ, and what you have seen, if C.J. Stroud ends up at the Colts at number 4, I'm happy about the future of the Colts all of a sudden.
Yep.
So this will be the last time we say this. C.J. Stroud is the best quarterback in this draft class.
That's right, for sure.
We are massive fans of them. And whenever we say, whatever we say over the next few months before the draft, we would like it to not be held against us because we know we are a part of the entire system here. And we need C.J. Stroud in Indy.
Have to have him.
Plus, it's really fun to say Stroud.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need him to go Dahn to the 4th pick.
Yeah, right. Do you think they have to trade up? Because Texans are right there at 2, and, you know, those are the 2 quarterbacks of the future.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's an opportunity and a chance for us to move, too. We got a lot of pieces to the puzzle that aren't necessarily going to be there in the future, probably. You bundle that with the 4 overall pick, I think you could maybe move up to 1, and then you get C.J. Stroud.
Hey,
What?
let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for. The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers, you pig! Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Sport! Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this Feel Good Friday, April 19th, 2024. Hour 3 of the program starts now. Sports! Not a lot of pizzazz, but that's AJ Hawk.
Yeah,
that
boy Classic Hogger.
Appreciate you, AJ. Talks the tables here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. Con man, rocking a great shirt.
Yeah, thank you. Shout out Kalen Ursay Jackson for sending this to me. It's very, very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, it was a nice little birthday gift.
Yeah, truly. It really was. Very thoughtful.
It was very kind of you to thank her this morning as well, because there was a little conspiracy being pitched that maybe, you know, she was either trying to poison you or butter you up so you stop saying anything bad about the Colts.
Yeah, we'll see what happens later in the day. You know, this thing did smell a little like rat poison, but again, we'll see after the fact how it affects me.
I guess you can never rule it out. The thing we learned there at Evan Foxy, who punches the buttons to change the cameras and edits videos.
Yeah.
He believes that rats are real. Right? That's what I just heard.
100%.
Because if there's rat poison, rats got to be real.
Right.
I mean, come on. We've all read an Andrew Marchand article. What are we talking about here? what are we speaking about?
Well done.
You absolute dog.
How good did that feel? That felt pretty good.
I mean, you set me up for it. I appreciate it.
We haven't. Hey, he's still doing it, right? He's.
I don't know. That was kind of just like a blast from the past shout out.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Hope you're doing well, man. Actually, don't care, but I assume you are doing well because
there he is.
You're, guy's a talent. Guy's a talent.
Yeah.
Guy is a talent. One half of the Hammer, Dahn. Cowboys. Tone Diggs is here. Tone, you were the one that started cooking up the conspiracy. Are you okay?
Oh, I'm great.
You're okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's happening?
Tony, you were the one that cooked up the conspiracy about maybe trying to butter him up and do that entire thing. How about the conspiracy theory around number 2 overall pick? How much do we need to focus on that whenever we're talking about gambling? And what else should we be thinking about gambling as we go into this weekend from the Hammer Dad boys?
There's almost too much bullshit around number 2 at this point, to be honest. Like, because now we have no idea. Like, I Schefter still thinks it's still going to be Jaden Daniels, so if you trust that at minus 130, those are really good odds. And if you want to do that, go ahead and take Daniels to go number 2. But there's just so much shit going around right now for number 2 that's something I would stay away. Like, there's a lot more value farther down the draft. Like, there's players to go top 25, top 15, stuff like that. Like Bowers has like the same odds to go top 10, and you're sitting. The Jets are at number 10. There's other teams like the Chargers and stuff like that who Bowers can go to and stuff like that. Me right now personally, I wouldn't fuck with 2.
Okay, we're just staying completely away from it. Too many question marks. And Bubba Gumpino, we got baseball this weekend to gamble on. We got soccer to gamble on this weekend. We got hockey. We got basketball. Right. What are you picking to kind of pick apart this weekend?
I'm gonna go back to the draft here.
Really?
Flyer. You think the Raiders getting Jaden Daniels plus 600 right now?
Oh,
I think it's worth a sprinkle.
Actually,
you would think that would be more.
Yeah.
I would think that would be more. Much bigger. Is that change?
What they have to give up. Yeah.
I don't know what it was at before today.
That's actually kind of short.
But also J.J. McCarthy plus 105 to go to the Vikings right now.
And we just like that strictly because there's been a lot of smoke with that.
Yep.
What about the Giants?
Yeah, Schrake's had him.
They're
going
plus
to the Giants.
250 now.
So the plus 600 for the Raiders, so much seemingly has to happen for that to take place. But there's a lot of smoke. We got Ayuk IG stories. We got Malik Neighbors and Jaden Daniels IG lives. We got tweets from the agent. We got a lot of stuff.
We do.
And we got Adam Schefter saying there's maneuvering going on, AJ. It sounds like that too, spot. There's going, as Ayuk said, fireworks potentially at the number 2 spot. Zambelli.
Yeah, but we have 6 days left. We know between now and actual, say, 7:30 when we start the preview show for the draft, a lot's going to happen. Who knows? We could be a completely different landscape by now.
Draft Spectacular Kickoff.
Yeah. Son of a bitch.
Draft Spectacular Kickoff Show.
Well, now that it's just supposed to be Draft Spectacular Kickoff.
Yep.
That's all. So when you see this graphic tomorrow, that the show at the end will be off.
It'll be gone.
It was just, hosted by Bill Belichick.
Yeah. That should be the. Make that bigger.
Hey, this was his idea, by the way. His idea was,
baby.
Don't we need to explain some things before we get started? And I wanted to explain to him, like, a lot of downtime during the first round.
Yeah.
A lot of fill.
We start at 8:30.
A lot of filling we're going to have to do, Bill. But he wants to get in ahead of some stuff.
Yeah.
You know, especially as these, if number 2 happens the way number 2 is seemingly potentially going to happen, there's going to be a lot of drama there early.
Yes.
A lot of action.
Yes.
It changed the whole first round, too, if a lot of some action happens.
Drama at 2 last year as well.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
3.
Well, it was so Bryce, by the time that we got to next week or whatever, Bryce was pretty much known to be number 1. But then like an hour before, remember because I remember sitting right here and then going into the Hammer Down studio as we were going on stage. And it was like 10, 15 minutes before the draft where things finally started revealing themselves, and it ended up going CJ like my.
I can't listen. I gotta take a shit.
He did say Chipotle's been given
Look
it to
at that
him.
waddle. Oh, gross.
Been there.
Oh, no.
Hey, good news, con man. Good news. There's dude wipes in all the stalls in there.
That's right.
But the way he said it, like. He said, I can't listen to this bullshit anymore.
Well, it did seem like he was weighing the options. Like, you remember when Aaron was like, if I was 60% healthy, but we had a 100% chance of making the playoffs, I would have been able to do the math and I would have been able to play.
Right.
But since we're at 0% chance of making the playoffs, I would have to be at about 100% if we were going to get out there and play. Why risk it? Right there, he was in a risk reward. Do I want to hear this take? I was here last year. And risk shitting my pants, or do I want to get out of here? And in that one, it just skewed.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's not on you, I don't think.
No, it could be what you said, or it could be what it was.
No, he wasn't spitting in your face.
It was incredibly disrespectful.
No.
Tony.
He had to poop. You know what's disrespectful is what his butthole's doing to him right now.
Well, I mean, he should have pooped when we just took a break.
Now, Tony, when you got to go, you got to go. And it's as simple as that.
I think he did poop, by the way, during a break. He might be in a real...
Well, then it's a real problem.
Well, he did have Chipotle. He could have an E. coli deal.
Well, We have no idea.
No, yeah, that just happened, a couple of years ago.
We have no idea if that's true. Jeez Louise. That did happen, though.
It did.
I saw Matt Hasselbeck dead on the locker room floor of the Houston Texans stadium down there. I think it was NRG at the time. I don't know if it still is NRG.
I believe it is.
What was it before that? Houston had another name before that.
Reliant?
Reliant. Yeah, Reliant Stadium down there. That's a good pool there. Whatever the case, very loud. Matt Hasselbeck had one of the first cases of the entire E. coli. He was out, dude. And then he won. Then we went and won the game. I showed up at the stadium. He's hoodie up, Cartman, shout out. Or Kenny, I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. Sorry, Kenny, over his head, tied tight. Sweats all the way down to his feet, even covered, laying in front of his locker, just passed out. And I'm on first bus over there, so I'm one of the first people in the locker room. I'm like, there's a dead person in our locker room.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, that's the starting quarterback tonight. And it's like, he was been in hospital the last 2 nights, too. It's like, geez, Louise. And then he went out and won the game, AJ. He went out and won the game somehow. I have no idea.
Good for him. And we have guys sit out games with like mild illnesses. And this guy goes out and wins a game.
With E. coli, I think.
Yeah. Crazy.
That's wild now that we're looking back on it.
Oh, yeah.
And I think he even threw like a go to win that thing to TY. We had like a 3rd and something. I think if it's the same game. It was like a 3rd and something because I was getting ready to punt. Not a lot of time left. It's like, I hope we get the first down, but not. And, as a punter, like, okay, here we go. This is literally what we're here for.
Mm-hmm.
This is literally the reason why we are here. Close game, end of game, got to do it. And then all of a sudden they run a go to TY. Completes it, first down.
Game over.
We win. That guy had E. coli, just won a game. It was bananas. It was a wild night. I hope that's not the case for Connor and his butthole and his toilets.
Yeah, me too.
Because we got a big weekend ahead of us. But it's not just about what's ahead of us. It's about what has happened before us that maybe people have heard about around the world.
Mm-hmm.
Not just, in different countries and in different places. We're talking about Dahn, in the trenches.
Yep.
We're talking about in the mills, in the rumor mill, with no outside world except for one potential little grasp of a story from the outside world. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Donnie Don Don in the rumor mill.
Yeah, Donnie.
Gentlemen, great to see you all again.
Donnie, it's nips to see you again too, pal. What's the temperature down in that rumor mill? We would think it would be hot because all the work that's going on down there.
Yeah, well, usually it is. There is a lot of heat. There's a lot of hot and heavy people down here, but, a lot of ice in everybody's veins because we're always ready to work.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. And we're forever going to need the blue-collar folks who do work in mills to do their thing.
Anytime.
Oh, okay. Thank you for your service, Donnie.
Thank you, Donnie.
Anytime. Don't have to thank me.
Donnie, thank you, Donnie.
Thank you, Donnie.
Thank you, Donnie.
I accept your thanks.
Okay, that's very nice of you. Is that you got a pack of smokes there on your right? On your right, you're just using
Maybe I do. I forgot to wear pants today.
I don't think you should be showing up at a mill with no pants. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, it doesn't matter at all. You don't have to wear pants. It's one of those environments.
Oh, the smokes just moved. It seems like you got.
Whoa. I'm not trying to get a sponsorship. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Obviously, always working. That's Donnie Don Don, always working. All right, Donnie Don Don, what have you been hearing down there in the rumor mill? Anything accurate, I wonder, this week?
Everything accurate, as always. But, there's been a lot of news. We have a couple of people in the mill from Arizona that are very upset about the Coyotes move. And, there has been a lot of rumors circling around the Utah's hockey team name, all that stuff. Rumor has it that one of the things in the works is Mormons on Ice. No city name, no animal or cool... No animal or cool name or anything like that. Just Mormons on Ice. And the best part about Mormons on Ice is in the intermissions, the worst line performing-wise has to go out and do a routine a la Disney on Ice, let it go, let it go, let it go. Then, that's one of the things. The other rumor that, I am a big fan of is that they weren't going to do a team name, actually. They were going to go by Salt Lake, Utah. The Sluts, for short, capital SL, capital UT.
I haven't heard that.
Rumor has it Utah's big on the name The Sluts. That's just what I'm hearing.
No, because they're the SLC, Salt Lake City.
They're leaving out the city. I don't know why. I'm a big city fan, too, but they want to kind of emphasize the lake, so they're going capital SL, capital UT for Utah. You put that together.
Yeah, we got it.
And then all caps.
I don't think anybody. Just want to let you know, outside of here, nobody else has been. AJ, have you heard that in Ohio? I haven't heard that one time.
I have not heard that, Donnie. That might be strictly, you guys in the mill.
Yeah, you might have made that up, it sounds like. Yeah, I don't think anybody's actually thinking that. The name is highly chatted about, though.
Didn't love the way the Hawk said that. I'm going to just go ahead and kind of try and get over that. But look, if you're not going to root for the slut, that's on you.
All right.
A lot of people in the rumor mill have already bought the merch.
Okay.
They already had the merch, but they're already buying more.
All right. Well, I don't think it's going to be. This seems like a Jaden Daniels jersey potential situation, although it is favored. Nobody's thinking that, though. You can go ahead and quell those stories with the boys down there. What else are you hearing down the rumor mill, pal?
Well, down the rumor mill, a big topic of conversation actually was regarding your city with Caitlin Clark coming to town. I mean, everybody was buzzing. I had, people walking out to me, Pete. Guy doesn't even watch basketball. All of a sudden, he's the biggest Fever fan of all time.
We like that.
Yeah, I mean, look. People are buzzing. March. You should have seen what she said about Caitlin Clark.
Oh, Marge is in the rumor mill?
She's running the rumor mill, brother. You need to get back down here, my friend. But
Never.
Rumor has it, unfortunately, the biggest story around Caitlin Clark was that weirdo, Greg Doyle. Yeah, so rumor has it, Greg Doyle has been fired. And what's even cooler, and who knows how this turns out, is kind of like how Rotten Tomatoes, like in IMDb, he's going to start doing that around the country at Victoria's Secrets. He's going to be rating them.
All right. I don't know. That's not
all the way. No, rumor has it he's rating the people who work there. He's rating the ambiance. He's rating the smells. And he's not stopping at Victoria's Secret. He's also going to go and do that with strip clubs.
Okay.
Rumor has it he's going strip club to strip club, and he's rating poles. He's rating food. He's rating feet. He's doing all of it.
That is not Donnie Don. He still is working for Indy. He's not fired. None of that. So
really?
Yeah, that's and all the other stuff you said sounds like you're making that up.
Well, what time is it?
Okay. Well, I don't. What's we're in Eastern time over here. It's 2:33.
Okay. Well, it's 3:30 a.m. here, so I mean, there's a chance that the news just hasn't hit you yet.
Oh, you're tomorrow 3:30 a.m.
Yes, sir.
That broke me a little bit.
Excuse me. Yeah. Maybe I'm looking at my clock wrong. It might be 3:30 p.m. I don't know. In the middle, it gets dark so early.
He's calling other people weirdos. He's got his nipples.
What do you want me to do about my nipples? I mean, this came up last week. What can I do? What can I do? Tape them? No, I'm not going to do that. It's a nip-free zone, brother.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot about the safety precautions in the mill is obviously a big deal. I don't think any of that's true, but I do appreciate that Indianapolis and the Indiana Fever are massive fan favorites. Some other side of the world,
wherever we are.
Anything else you're hearing about the week that was over there in the rumor mill?
Speaking of the other side of the world, Pat, I got some really, really bad news. Rumor has it China's running the FBI now.
Okay.
Allegedly, China's on the FBI. I don't know if this is going through the cloud or the maybe check the bugs and the back walls on this. I know you guys have a murderer in your building. Maybe have him go through the logs and make sure the Chinese aren't running their fingery claws through everything going on. Because unfortunately, as the illustrious Evan Fox pulls up this tweet, the Chinese government has burrowed themselves inside of the FBI. It's a damn shame, okay? I was not supposed to be the one to break this. Rumor has it.
You're not breaking it, okay?
I'm breaking this. I'm breaking this. Rumor has it FBI director's brother, Pete, he told me that, the China on the borders, the China buying land in America, look out. Because apparently China's getting ready, baby.
Okay.
And the rumor mill will be ready. Will you be ready?
Yeah, we will be. We will be. From what it sounds like, though, I did see this video in my algo yesterday a lot. There was a full testimony from the FBI person that would know information.
Well,
maybe not a rumor.
And Donnie Don Don being 13 hours ahead, where
are you at? Who's telling you?
How do you guys know I'm on the planet?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was another trip to the rumor mill with Donnie Don.
I want to say sorry for my boy flipping off Joe Biden.
All right, Donnie Don.
He didn't mean it. He didn't mean it.
Thank you, Donnie Don Don.
He didn't mean it. So those were SIGs that became like a rib protector for him eventually?
Yeah. We've all seen the people that hold stuff, in their shirts like this. I've never seen it in that particular fashion with that particular shirt from that particular style of human, but that thing was sliding quick, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
And then how about him dropping his unlit cig, which is just for good luck, he says.
I know, all dirt all over it.
All it's soot from that
So
mill.
much soot.
The China thing is wild.
Yeah.
Not good.
I didn't like who was saying the information. You know, because I stay out of that world as much as possible. Because every time somebody says something that's supposed to be like scary or negative, I just think to myself, nah, that they don't know. You know, just move on. This guy's supposed to know. So that's not great.
I've been connecting dots lately. Okay.
All right.
Remember when the cell
Here
phones
we
went
go.
down?
Yep.
Okay, well, that was obviously planned. And then this week, 911 couldn't be contacted by landlines. Okay, so they can now take out the cell phones and landlines. We're not going to be able to contact 911 at all while the mass invasion begins.
All right.
Tony.
Okay. Are you down in a rumor mill? Jeez Louise. Let's remember that although there are some. How was the dump? How was the dump?
Nice.
Yeah, you
That was one of the
disrespectful
worst.
son
That
of a
was
bitch.
one of the worst dumps I've ever taken in my life.
Really?
Yeah, that was gross.
Tone thought you were disrespecting him when he got up in the middle of his answer.
Absolutely not. I apologize for that, Tony. This was a strictly emergency
Okay, I
situation.
understand.
Like ties.
It's great to see you back. We just talked to a guy named Donnie Don Don. You know him.
How was he?
Well, he said something at the end. It was, kind of like,
Bit reckless.
whoa.
Yeah.
Reckless is good. He dropped his smoke, his unlit smoke.
That's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Every smoker's worst nightmare.
Well, it's not lit. It's just for good luck, obviously. But
Yeah.
we did see that happen. Yeah.
That sucks for him.
Yeah. The rumor mill was alive.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
Rumor mill was alive.
Can imagine on a Friday.
Oh, a lot has happened.
That's what day it is.
Where we're at, yeah.
It is. Yeah, where we are.
True.
He's on Saturday.
It is 3:37 in the morning in Tokyo right now, I guess.
Yeah, knew it
It
was.
would make sense if he'd be close to China if he knows what they're doing.
Let's get out of here. Let's have an incredible weekend. I can't thank you all enough for allowing us to do this for a living. I mean, we just talked to a guy in the Tokyo room.
We did.
Yep.
Man.
Is he always
Got
in the
range.
Tokyo room or does he travel?
I think he's the same mill. I think he's always in the same. That's a
I'd
good
assume.
question for next time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We should ask him that. I think he's open for questions. Normally, he's doing the talking.
Sure.
Do you think Mad Mo and Donnie Don Don ever had a conversation?
wow.
How would that go? You think?
2 peas in a pod.
You think so?
I think so. I would just assume that those guys see eye to eye on a lot of things. Socioeconomic things,
Okay.
political things.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. We're learning a lot every single time. And it's an honor to be a part of. All right, AJ, have a great weekend, pal. When are you gonna link up with Windy?
I don't know. We're going to have to nail down the details here soon.
It's not a Michigan game, obviously, because Wendy's too.
Schedule's not out yet, right? Yeah, I got to be alone too for that. But schedule's not out yet, I don't think.
Homecoming?
Oh, I think,
coming.
yeah. There it is.
There it is.
Because Wendy's coming home. It's coming home. Tell the Buckeyes Wendy's coming home. Let the rain wash away by the face of AJ.
Yep.
Yeah, there's the way.
Have you guys seen what Ryan Garcia's doing?
Oh, boy.
3 pounds overweight, 3.5 pounds overweight. So he owes
1.5 mil he's given up.
Yep, and somebody in his camp, people saying it was his dad, was trying to tell him, like, hey, come on, we're not doing it. We are certainly overweight.
Yeah.
He looked ripped.
Yeah, he did.
Sure.
He is.
Go ahead.
He's selling the fight. He's getting me interested in. I just want to see what happens.
Yeah, I think we all kind of are excited about the experiment that is currently taking place that is Ryan Garcia for selling a fight. Now, if he just gets knocked out 10 seconds in, everybody would be like, this was the most obvious thing of all time with how this whole thing has gone. But if he contends and wins and then afterwards says, I thought it was a good angle to sell the fight, he can do a full.
Oh, yeah.
It's a very.
Yeah.
The fight game is so interesting. It is a very interesting thing with the whole heel, babyface, psycho, crazy, winner. Like right now, I have no idea what's going to happen in the fight. No idea.
It shows you though, like what you have to do to garner a little attention. There's so much out there. Like, yeah, and it's still, there's just so much to sift through. But what he's doing, it's makes me want to watch.
He was wearing bulletproof vest.
Yeah.
His head was right there, though, right? The whole time?
Yeah, wide open.
Yeah.
We should have him on Tuesdays during the season, football season.
All right.
Can't believe we didn't get to see him throw that 200-mile-per-hour fastball at the Mets game.
Yeah, what the hell is
We'll
up
see
with
it
that?
eventually.
Let's go to the weekend on a beautiful note. We're incredibly happy for Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
Yes, we are. Can't wait to listen to the other album.
We're incredibly happy for hockey. Hockey is awesome. Hockey, I think, just got better with this whole sell to Utah. 20,000 people already looking to get tickets.
Incredible.
Good for hockey.
Bad boy.
NHL playoffs worth a watch.
Yeah.
Good for baseball. Baseball's happening, has a lot of great characters. We just saw a moose come in here.
Weapon.
Guy throws hundo all the time.
Yeah.
Hey, good for baseball.
Let's go baseball.
And for us, we're less than 1 week away from a draft spectacular that could be legendary and remembered for a good reason or a complete flop with Bill Belichick on the set with us.
Yep.
Now, there's a couple things that we do have to talk about. For instance, when we're there, if you see us and can't hear us, that's because we're not allowed to give any speakers to the audience.
Nope.
That is very similar to what we thought was going to take place at WWE World, when for the first 15 minutes on WrestleMania Friday, none of the crowd could hear us, and they were just staring at us, and the entire show is based off of crowd interaction.
Right.
So that would have been, something. This one we know not able to hear, because you see the stage is going to be behind us. So we're going to be able to, the stage is going to be right behind us. And they're controlling the sound here. There's going to be a lot of great people of Detroit right out here.
Hell yeah.
With brand new uniforms for their team.
Nice.
It's a brand new Lions with the brand new uniforms. I do think the All Blacks are pretty clean. I think every athlete that has ever played would be a fan of the All Blacks. Just, hey, what do you want to wear tonight? All black is sweet. Dark color, sweet. Instead, they got the black shirt with the blue pants, too.
Mm-hmm.
That's an option that you could potentially wear. They got the blue helmets here. They have some nice blue ones with some new little logos on the sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
I like what the Lions are doing. The Lions are cooking up there. They're the favorites of the NFC North. They said we need some new treads, which I appreciate. But the people of Detroit are going to be amazing.
Yeah, MCDC also said that he wanted to bring back the black jerseys in the first year, and I forget if it was the president or someone in the front office.
Yes.
Yeah, he said if you when you win the division, they'll bring them back.
And deal, man.
Yeah.
Deal.
He said, okay, man.
All right, done deal.
And, and when he was doing up downs in training camp, that Rod guy was like, we'll never have to worry about bringing these.
Throw them out.
And the only problem with the old black jerseys is we did go 0-16 with them. That's something to think about, but I do love
nobody's thinking about that until you said it.
Yeah,
well, I know. I had to bring it up, though. I had to.
What the
I had to bring it up.
hell?
But I love the new black jerseys.
Nobody knew that.
What are we doing?
A lot of people knew that, but
Detroit
You didn't wear them every game, though, obviously.
No, they were all alternates. But yeah, they're sick. The Lions have not missed in quite some time, actually.
Hey, good for the
the numbers and lettering from this new jersey to the last jersey, like 100 times better.
And that's not always the case whenever teams roll out new uniforms. Sometimes people get upset about the numbers.
Yeah.
Those numbers look soft. I don't want what's a weird number? Is this an alarm clock or is this a uniform? Like those things happen in nitpicking of every single design. Good for the Lions. The people of Detroit will be awesome in the crowd behind us. We are going to have to worry about the sound. AJ, have you thought about this? The sound coming off from the stage, we're going to be directly in front of, I think. So is that a DJ? Is that a band? Do we remember what that is?
Well,
I don't know.
ESPN and NFL Network do it every year with them.
Yeah, they're always right there.
And I think there's a bitch about. I think Rich has bitched about
that aspect of it.
Getting music blared into his ear. I don't think we're as close as they have been in the past. I think we're a little bit further away. But I'm excited to see what music they play.
Seeger.
Maybe.
Better be.
Is there a bathroom close to the stage?
Big Sean.
It's Detroit.
What's that mean?
The whole city's your bathroom, baby.
That is not true. Detroit's back.
It's all the way back. I was just there.
Okay.
Detroit's all the way back.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways,
No, the only thing we got to worry about is the weather because it could be snowing next week.
I
We
didn't
never
know.
know.
Oh, that's great.
it's good. We're going to be in tuxedos, right, boys?
Yeah. Yes, we are. Got mine.
Okay.
Yes.
I was going to ask you. Yeah.
I think we should.
I don't know about bow tie. I don't know about bow
Yeah.
tie.
What?
Tuxedo, yeah. You got to dress
Get
like
one.
dress
58 and sunny.
Just like the picture,
Low as-
AJ.
low as 40.
Exact same, brother.
Just like who?
Who?
The picture. AJ's in the picture with the suit on.
Oh, yeah.
That's a suit. That's not a tux. That's a suit.
Yeah, there's a big
Same,
difference.
same deal.
Oh, no, there isn't.
There
Yeah,
it is.
well,
Thank you.
some of us own a bunch of suits. Not everyone owns a tux.
True.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Yeah, are we wearing tuxes or suits?
Suits, right?
What is the difference?
Or either.
It's
neither.
like when there's a different
The
color panel.
lapels.
Yeah.
the lapel.
Yeah, the lapel is like shiny on a tux, and then
You
whatever.
just take Sharpies, I
Yeah,
guess,
it
and
wears
just shine
suit.
it up. Shine that thing up real nice.
on.
I'd ordered 4 suits / tuxes off of Amazon 2 weeks before WrestleMania. 2 of them fit, the other 2 did not. So those were the 2 that got worn, and I was very pumped up about it. As I was shopping tux, suit, I didn't fully understand what it was. Is it really just the flashiness of the?
And the pants that normally have a.
Pants have a line
It's
down
an
the
old
side.
wives' tale.
What's that?
It doesn't
with
matter.
you,
There's
Doug.
no rules
It's the
anymore.
same damn thing.
And you have to wear a bumper cum.
No, you don't.
Cumberbatch?
There are
Bumper
rules.
comes.
Though. We're trying to make this important. Feel important.
Yeah.
Feel
Yeah,
grunt.
everyone's got to wear bumper comes.
Tux. I don't think I know what a bumper cum is. Tuxedos are worn with bow ties and suits, either with or without a tie. Tuxedos have satin lapels, which can even be from a different shade, while suit lapels are made of the same fabric. Okay, so we got a little pizzazz.
Sure.
Yeah. Little
Old
pizzazz
wives' tale.
added to.
Yeah, it sounds like there's no difference whatsoever unless you want there to be.
Con man.
Yep.
To wrap up this glorious Feel Good Friday, do you want to shoot a couple W balls from really far distances?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you want to do it from stage or on the court?
I don't know. I'll do the court.
Yeah. Yesterday he was putting this W ball up a lot.
Mhm.
This is a great ball to shoot.
Great ball to shoot.
This is a great ball. It feels good. You know, it flies true.
Yes, it does.
And it splashes loud. When you splash one, it is a full pop of the net.
Yeah.
Connor was doing it from one side to the other. It was
Fun.
It was really fun. Now it could potentially mean, I don't know what, 30 winners going into a beautiful weekend of $500. Con man, why don't you help these people out? Why don't you tell 30 people, hey, you know what? Have a little better weekend. Probably next weekend or the weekend after that, after we pick the winner and then are able to transfer the money to you. But how about you say, go into this spring and summer with an extra $500. 30 people get that opportunity. If Con Man can bury the W ball from one side of the dome.
Bonus ball.
Good shot.
Bonus ball. 30 people, $500. All the Con Man's got to do is bury it one day after his birthday. Hey,
This one's in.
This is it.
Yeah, it is.
Do you want to put this jersey on? No, don't cover your birthday shirt.
Well, I should put the jersey up.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. She
Well-
didn't sign it, by the way. She
well,
got out of here before signing it.
Did you see Tim wearing the jersey last night? Just absolutely shredded.
But how about Tim McGraw in the case?
Man.
Just
so jocked.
Bro, the way his posture, too, is just like perfect.
He's like 50-something years old, too.
What, 2%?
Yeah,
Body fat?
Maybe.
Super tan. Look how tan he is, too.
Look at that belt buckle.
Jeez.
He might be the biggest Caitlin Clark mark on the planet.
That's a good thing.
No, I know. I'm just saying he came to Iowa and did a show, had her jersey on, same deal. Obviously looking fucking stacked.
Dude, look at how jacked Tim McGraw. You remember when he did that fucking
back. Yeah.
that float up whenever somebody was talking shit?
The fuck you say to me?
Here. Still got it. You need it. Go to the back. Jacked.
Yeah.
That's what a weapon.
Got his wallet on stage.
Never know if something's going to come up on a good deal.
That's right.
So just like Caitlin Clark has been able to do every single step of the way, we assume she'll be able to do it for the Indiana Fever. Why don't you do it one time here, Con Man? And 30 people will win $500 one day after his day of birth.
Oh, bonus ball.
The good thing is if you miss by enough, you hit the wall.
Yeah.
You got to go rebound. That's the difference between the stage and the on-court shot. But the on-court shot here, that's an NBA 3 right there. And he's all the way on the other side at the foul line, behind the foul line. This is probably half court logo.
Yeah.
This is a logo 3. Boston Connor. All you got to do is make it, and 30 people win $500.
Bonus ball.
We're going to be here all day. Ladies and gentlemen, this man turned 29 yesterday. I put out on Twitter a post that accurately describes this human being. Just one of the greatest teammates ever created. The vibe's immaculate. Hilarious. Would do anything for anybody. Now, sometimes it's a bit much. You know, you got to kind of hold the horses. But right now, all he can do is just win 30 people $500 by making a very easy shot for him.
Yeah.
From one side of the Thunderdome to the other. Boston Connor going into the weekend. Oh, no bonus.
That's a good shot.
Just wasn't meant to be.
The sentiment remains, though.
He did
Even though you weren't able to win for 30 people, you did try your absolute best. And we appreciate that. Because normally you'd be throwing that ball off the wall into the hallway because you don't want the company to give money away to anybody. But instead, you've turned over a new leaf.
Yeah.
On this trip around the sun, you say, why not have others have a great time as well?
Sure, absolutely. I mean, I could do an underhand shot from here, but
This guy wants to give away.
He does.
I'm trying.
Let's go, Con Man.
I've also worked on my underhand shot for quite some time.
From here?
Yeah.
You've been working on it for this moment?
Yeah.
How many winners?
hand,
How many winners do you think?
Same amount.
30 winners, $500. Connor with an underhanded bowling attempt from the stage.
Oh, baby.
Oh.
That is a much more difficult shot.
Yes.
Jeez.
That was fucking tracking.
You got another one?
Yeah.
That was tracking.
There's no way. This one, This one's tough. 30 people, $500. A bowl of a basketball from Con Man on the stage for 30 people. Holy shit, you are.
You're a little dialed in right now.
He's got it.
You're kind of throwing sliders at this thing.
You good bowl? Is he a good bowler?
Are you a good bowler?
Phenomenal bowler.
Ladies and gentlemen, if Connor can make this bowling basketball shot, 30 people will win $500 on this Feel Good Friday, April 19th. Oh, that's way off. All right. You gave it a good go.
The first two were fucking incredible.
Hey, let's make sure we listen to I Love Mary.
Yep.
From Real Pac-Man Jones.
Hell yeah.
As we get ready for April 20th tomorrow. And for those that you will celebrate, let's do it responsibly. But also, have some good laughs.
Oh, yeah.
Have some good food, have some good times, have some good thoughts, and enjoy everything that we have because it's easy to get caught up in negative bullshit on the day-to-day. I mean, Donnie Don Don tried to drop some very serious stuff at the end. We don't need that. What we need to remember is we're alive. We could be dead. Let's keep enjoying every single moment. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. It might change their life. We're in this thing together, okay? Team on me. Have a good one, AJ.
You too.
Team on three. 1, 2, 3. Team. Goodbye.